Hello, hello, hello. Sorry to miss a day here, but I'm back with more Fire Emblem. When we last left off, I am apparently playing as Micaiah now, which is okay, but the obviously evil people around the king have left, leaving only the subtly evil person, which is, I guess, fine. But we're being called onto war on Benion's side, which is bad. And that also probably means I'm going to have to fight against Ike's army, who I just spent multiple chapters building up and making really strong, which is awful. Because, no, do not leave the base. I barely started. Because this team is not even remotely ready to even look at Ike. Like, any of Ike's units so much as glance in our direction, we're going to get completely blown the fuck out. It's not going to be good. But hopefully I can get a little help here in the info screens. I'm going to start with those. I had intended to do these before I ended off last time, and I considered doing them before I started the stream tonight, but I figured there's usually some relevant like story or character stuff in here, so I wanted to leave it till on stream so you guys could see, and I could, warm up a little bit on the voice acting side with these. By destroying my voice with the edgy, growly Batman voice I have for Soth. I wonder what this is. Let me see. Ah, that's a Master Crown. King Peleus got one especially for you. How do you use it? He said that Beork, who honed their combat skills, could use it to gain further power. Someone who has refined their skills, I see, so not everyone can use it. Sounds like it. It's a very precious item, so choose the recipient with care. Alright. Okay, Master Crown's a good thing to have. I don't think I have literally anyone who can use it yet, but... Here you go, Jill. This weapon is for you. Thank you. Lady Micaiah, I have to ask, what is the purpose of this war? Okay, I'm glad she at least is like, hey, we're kind of behaving like the old Daein. My entire character arc last game was about moving away from being like a racist. What are we doing here? Thank you, game. King Peleus has decided to come to the aid of Benion. Has he deigned to share his reasoning with you? Micaiah, this war is madness. Why would he ask us to aid Benion? I don't know. Wonderful. I believe in our king, that's all I can say. At least someone does. Ooh, Brave Axe. Okay. That's good. Edward, I don't remember what your voice was. And frankly, I don't care. You're a Myrmidon, so you're not even a real person. Edward, I have something for you. Really? What is it? It's a gift from King Peleus, one of Daein's national treasures. The blade Cadbull. What? Whoa, this thing is amazing. I've never seen a blade so sharp. Is it really for me? That means the king's counting on me, right? Well, Cadbull and I won't let him down. Listen, Edward, this war, Daein really shouldn't be... Huh? Shouldn't be what? Oh, never mind. It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Okay, sure. Micaiah? Look, I don't know about kings or nobles or anything else like that. But you're fighting because you believe it's what's best for Daein, right? And, well, that's good enough for me. I'm with you, no matter what. Oh, Edward. Now, I want to use this sword. They're gonna write songs about me after this. I just know it. Ugh, we have something for Leonardo? Leonardo sucks. Leonardo, King Peleus asked me to present you with this bow. This is... This is a bow. It's been stored away in the vaults of Daein, waiting for someone worthy enough. It's more powerful than the purest silver bow, so we're giving it to this level 7 archer. It's beautiful. Honestly, this bow is beyond my skill. It was crafted for better hands than mine. I guess we really have to win now, don't we? Yes, I suppose we do. Don't look so sad, Micaiah. You're not responsible for this war. We're doing the best we can hope to do. But I'm fighting for Daein. The circumstances may change, but my feelings never will. Okay, at least we got something for Noel. Nolan's our boy. Nolan's gonna be hard carrying most of this army. Hello, Nolan. A gift from King Peleus has arrived from you. A king from Gift Peleus? You're kidding me. That can't be. That's Tarvos, isn't it? That's one wicked-looking axe. I'd heard stories about the fabled axe of Daein, but to actually feel the heft. King Peleus wants me to have it? I always did like that man. I'll take good care of it. Don't you worry. I know you will, Nolan. King Peleus does too. That's why he's chosen to give it to you. Micaiah, look. I know how hard it is to be a commander, especially with all of this confusion and doubt flying around. Fighting a war you don't believe in is a bitter pill to swallow. Nolan, Just remember something, will you? We're still the Dawn Brigade. Lots of us aren't your comrades. We're your family. If you need anything, we're with you, no matter what. Nothing's going to change that. Oh, Nolan, thank you so much. Okay, at least we got... Oh! Look at those stats, it's beautiful! Oh my god. Well, yeah, not much need for the steel axe anymore, now that that can be kind of our oh shit, we need to power through things weapon. Can those two... Just gonna check if I can strengthen supports. Those two are already at A, good job. Jill... Oh, they have a little arrow. Okay. Nice. Oh, that's such a good support. Zihar can't support. Leonardo... Oh, can't even support with Jill. Well, I guess you don't get a support. You don't deserve one. Okay, what kind of money do we have? Oh, hey, we've still got all those items from before. Thank God. Lucas. Damn, that might actually make Leonardo good. Crazy as that is to think about. Okay, how much money do I have to play around with? Basically none. Oh, and look at all these beautiful, beautiful weapons that I can't afford. Ah, that hurts. Damn it. Do I have anything I can sell off? Gem? Anything? I don't really like Reaper cards. Because I should at least buy a physics staff. Those things are literal lifesavers. We will give it to Laura, of course. Okay, what about how everybody else is doing? Kyle looks fine. We don't want you holding a skill scroll. We'll probably pass using a bronze dagger, I assume. You have a speed wing, which is neat. Store herb. Parity. You're doing fine. You need a javelin or something. Okay, good. I have multiple options for you. That helps. You are loaded for bear. Yep. No notes. Perfectly good. Could stand to give you a hand axe if I've got an extra. Yep. Edward. Fiona's extra. Ugh. Okay, let me just take a look at all the units. Micaiah, of course, she's my lord. She's got a lot of her personal tome. I think it's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, she can use stabs now. I need to get her a heal staff. I don't suppose I have an extra one, do I? Looking like no. Okay then. I can afford one heal staff. Jesus. Okay, Soth, I'm worried about that 14 defense. I think that's going to start to become a massive problem. Oh, we'll see. Volug should be pretty good. No real notes there. Aran, I have high, high hopes for. If he can just get like a point or two more of strength, I think he's going to really pop off and start to become an amazing unit. Nolan is great. He needs a little more defense, but beyond that, these stats are more or less exactly where I'd want to see him. Laura's fine. Meg, of course, Mighty Meg. Again, needs some more strength, but aside from that, obviously best character. Oh, Jill, it makes me sad to look at you. What have they done to you? Edward is a Myrmidon. Zehark is a Myrmidon. Leonardo's an archer. Fiona comes in under level. So, I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of my units. Vantage could be good for Micaiah. Help to offset her deficiencies from being a squishy tome user. I also have a Paragon I can put on somebody. But that takes up a lot of capacity. What does Fortune do? Nullifies crits. That's right, that's right. Parity... Yeah, parity is still kind of bad. This is not Path of Radiance Vantage, so it's probably pretty kind of bad, but I think it could do alright on Nolan. Clearly, he doesn't have any problem with skill, so I think it should trigger fairly often. And as a fighter, he doles out a lot of damage, so I'm gonna go with that. I have no idea who to put Paragon on. I'm just gonna have to, like... Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a waste to put it on a promoted unit, and kind of already divvied out skills there, so... Shrug? I don't know. I'll see if they give me somebody else who's, like, comes in even further behind. Okay. Ward XP... Actually, this is probably a good idea on him. Because he's capped skill and defense, so maybe we can force some speed gains. Now that I know how these bonus XP levels work. Magic. Sure, why not? Let's try that again. Please, please. Speed. There we go. Point to speed. He's capped on 3 skills prior to promotion. Three stats of 20. Strength, skill, defense. That's beautiful. In fact, I've got a speed wing, don't I? Yeah, that's the only area he's really deficient in. Yeah. I usually like to save those until it's really clear who my endgame team is going to be, but I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be using him quite a bit. Okay, let's see what hell awaits us in our first mission, helping fight the furries. Okay, that took a second to pop in. We've just begun crossing the river. This fog worries me. I can't see the other side at all. When we first crossed this river, it was in triumph, thanks to that tiny strategist. Come on, Skrimir, you're hurting morale. I was defeated by a Bayark. How can I return to Gallia with this shame? If only I had died, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. Skrimir, stop. If you had died, Gallia would have lost a brave soldier. Brave? I am a failure. Please, leave me alone. He's like, alright, I can't stand you. Hey, Kaiser, do you smell that? I can't smell anything. What is it? Maybe it's just my imagination. Think hard. What kind of smell? Hello, Captain Ranulph. Well, let's see. What is that smell? Oh, I know. It smells like one of those torches that the Bayark use. What? Are we being pursued? I don't smell any Bayark. That's because the wind is blowing from the other side. Oh, no. I have a bad feeling about this. Call a halt on the river crossing. Kaiser, Liar, go tell everyone else. I'll make a run for the lead force and let them know. I just hope it's not too late. Not yet. Wait for them to get closer. Everyone, stay quiet. There's the lead force. Everyone, take your positions. Attack! Alright, people, I can bring everybody. Okay, oh boy. Fiona, I sure hope you live. That's about all I can say for you in particular. Cause yikes. I kind of want to just leave you at base. Does anybody need any bones? Looks like I have a few extra kicking around. No, looks like we're good. Also, is Vola just, like, okay with this? He's a Laguz too, you know? Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. They've given us some pre-promotes as yellow units. Okay. South is going to be very critical here. I'm also now deeply, deeply regretting not buying any torch staves. Defeat enemies remaining 46. Oh my God, we're so fucked. Alright, well, put the good units out front and we'll hope for the best. Yeah, also, fucking Zhark, you hate anti-Lagos racism. Why are you okay with this? Why is he still here? Oh wait, he's gonna turn traitor on us at some point. Just like he did in Path of Radiance, where he was, like, working with a bunch of anti-Lagos people and then, like, just betrayed at literally the first opportunity. Yep, that's gonna happen and I'm not even gonna be mad. Okay. So apparently there's a gigantic number of enemies on this tiny map, so I'm just gonna basically treat this like a defense map. Gonna use these fallen trees and just plug the holes where I can and hope that the yellow units take the brunt of the assault. Let's get into it. First step, South. Why don't you get a little initial damage and expand our vision radius? See how fucked we are. On the upshot, the experience gain is going to be incredible because we're going to be fighting Lagos. So, at least there's that, I guess? Jill can barely take them on. And I want to pick off that guy, but I don't know how many friends he's got in the Fog of War. Meg can... Jesus Christ. Actually, Meg's gonna be really good here, because she has Beast Foe. But, why don't I have Orin try and get the kill here? Fucking hell. Micaiah set it up, maybe? Yeah, let's use Personal Tome. I really like her promoted model. She looks good. She looks a little more like you'd expect a mage general to look. Okay, we have another one that's not quite going to be ready to transform. Oren can get the kill here, and Meg can come up and join him in holding that gap. Wait, no, I need to send Meg east, and she and Volog need to tag team one of the gaps. Probably. Because they have a support, right? Yes. Yeah, those two should be able to do fairly effectively. Can we move on this? Oh, but we can move here. That's bad. Okay. I mean, there are yellow units right there. Fiona, this is mostly just to expand our vision. Oh! Hello there! Oh dear God, you're right there. Okay, minor panic. Zhark, get us started, will ya? I don't want to feed you kills, so... Continues to be extremely weird that he's working with us still. Seahark's like, oh yes, I betrayed an anti-Lagos group in the last game, and now I'm just working for the most anti-Lagos force in the setting. Alright, and then Volug. It's weird. And I don't trust it. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of people just desert us. What does half shift to do again? Oh, Wild Heart, right. Oh, yeah. Allows the unit to transform anytime. That's right. And I gave him Resolve. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, it's all coming back. Okay, Meg. Can you... You can't... Oh, right. Right, because you have effective damage thanks to your skill. Here we go. Okay, so this first enemy phase is going to be a complete clusterfuck. Because I don't have much map intel, so it's hard to make a plan. Yeah, let me put Nolan here. And just, does that weigh him down at all? Not really. And again, neither does the Iron Poleaxe, because he's a strong lad. I'll put Edward nearby. Criminy. And I guess I just plug the gap with Jill? I don't feel great about this plan. But I don't really know what else I can pull off right now. Let's see. You have a movement of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So you can safely go here and then Canto back. Why don't you Brave Axe? Just put more damage on this cat. And please dodge that 70%. You probably won't, but it'd be really cool if you could. Fuck. But like I said, experience gain is amazing. Probably gonna have multiple people promote this chapter. Like Jill, Auron, and Nolan are basically who I'm expecting. Yeah, Jill needs the heal more than Auron needs the support bonus. One upshot of this is that basically I immediately forgot about what the upshot was. Well, maybe it'll come back to me. Alright, allies. Oh my god, this sniper's incredible. Thank god we've got, like, army regulars here. Otherwise we would be so screwed. Oh! I didn't even see the yellow unit bishop. Okay, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah, an ambush. What now, Captain Cazetta? Are we going to run it again? Retreat is not an option for the beast tribe. Brothers, attack! Had to give him the little yowl there. This is weird. Like, the yellow units are more competent than my own army. This is a weird timeline. Oh my god, they haven't transformed. This is an opportunity that only a fool would pass up. In fact, Auron can one-round this chump. Let's do it! Should've shifted. It does kind of seem like this chapter they were like, hey, the player should play as Micaiah again. But wait, aren't her units, like, horrifically behind? Chapter full of goose! Oh, I didn't give you a wind edge. Huh. Well, that's not ideal. That's very not ideal. Okay, we need to make sure this guy dies. So, hey, Nolan, how do you match up against... You do pretty decently. Let's see, and that was attack of 22. That's an... attack of 39! I see. Oh, okay, you basically can't move anywhere, but if I move you into attack range, you... Well, shit. Okay. I have Jill hand axe to get this guy started, and then hand axe again after she cantos away. Because I just gotta focus down on the enemies that are about to transform. I gotta minimize the number of transformed Lagoos that I fight. Because those are extremely very bad news. And will probably just absolutely whip me if I let them. Hell yeah, Nolan, let's go. Okay. HP speed res. I'm gonna ignore that point in magic because it doesn't matter. Okay, so that sniper will be soaking up. So the river slows them down by a lot. I can make use of that. Let's see, Meg. Yeah, Meg just needs to be out front and center in any battle plan I devise. This map was basically made for how I have her set up. That, and she's quick enough that she shouldn't get doubled by any of the Lagoos. I hope. Jesus, she's only level 2 promoted. She's almost at speed cap. Huh. Okay, there is a dead tree there. So that hole is plugged. Can I actually give what's-her-name a kill here? Why don't we try with the javelin? Feels unlikely, but you know what? I'm so short on units that everybody's got to pull their weight here. We just got to get threats off the board at this point. Let's see. Volo took a little bit of a hit. We're going to be relying on him a lot, so... Start grinding up those staff ranks for Micaiah. And let's form a little... Wait, they can talk? I have to see this. Oh. Right, he talks in the ancient tongue. Well, howdy there. I'm glad to see you out here today. Sure hope this goes well for us. Great. Good talk. Okay, he's about to shift. Probably rip our yellow units in half. I don't know if it's worth using a physic on the yellow units. Edward, go here just in case. And sure, let's put a little damage on this guy. I mean, if I'm giving the Hopeless Cavalier kills, I may as well potentially give Leonardo kills as well. Hope it's been a good Wednesday for everybody. Obviously, mine's not been the best, but I'm hanging in there. There is probably going to be a big disruption to streams pretty soon. It sounds like I have a funeral to go to in the near future. If you were wondering why I wasn't streaming yesterday and didn't see it on my socials, well, now you know. But it's something we've been expecting for a while, so... That's alright. Oh yeah, so it's got the Beast Killer Knife. Or dagger. And heal for the XP with her. I think I Master Sealed her. Yeah, those look like Master Seals. Ooh, good level, though. Jesus, her skill is atrocious. Damn it, Sniper, you beautiful son of a bitch. I actually remember hearing about an NPC sniper, or an archer in Radiant Dawn who was just, I guess, like the best. I might actually call back my yellow units. Because at this point, they're sucking up XP. I might... Okay, that's good. Okay, no, they can do some things as a treat. That and, like, they're kind of overextending, like this sniper here. Yeah, I kind of want to, let my units trade blows with all these income... Oh, one HP! 1 HP! Kazeta, pull back! That's an order!
Never. What? We run any longer, we throw away our pride. We'll stand our ground and fight.
Kazeta, no! Get back here!
Please, Ranulph, I swear upon my pride as a member of the Beast Tribe that we'll get through.
Alright, I'll hold you to that. I'll join the others in the back and help guard Skrimir. I'm counting on you. Thank God Ranulph doesn't take the field himself, or we'd be super screwed. Where is... There you are. Hey, how about, y'all just, fall back there? Just get out of the way for a minute. We got this handled. Totally. Totally. No reason to be concerned whatsoever. Q enemy phase. When I have like 3 units done, I'm like, oh god, why didn't I let the NPCs do the work? Please get strength. Please get strength. Please get strength. I guess. Are you speed captain now? Jesus. She absolutely is. Okay. So, I'm gonna want to pull Edward back. And have Nolan... Yeah, probably have Nolan and Iran take pot shots at this one. Ooh. Actually, it's probably better for him to just wait with a higher accuracy weapon. Oh wait, he is not getting support bonuses currently. Let's fix that. Yeah, you know what? Patch this guy up at the same time. Why not? I bought a physics staff, might as well use it. Is that any better? That's still not great. I'll just have Nolan soften him up. My northern flank feels very bad. Like... Ugh. I don't know if these boys can hold the fort by themselves. But I just kind of have to believe. It'll be easier once we can get this sniper out of the way, and I can start having ranged attackers attack from behind. Then again, the right flank isn't looking amazing either. Yeah, this one is not going to be a fast clear, but I feel like I can't really afford to go fast, because that's just going to result in deaths. Alright, it is nice to have Jill here to just, like, fly over and pick off a random, wounded unit. Meg's there, that's fine. Volag being there is good. I guess Seahark, or maybe Soth is my... Yeah, let me put Soth in there instead. He's got the Beast Killer Dagger, so that could help. Also, I could probably... That opens the unit up to multiple attacks, though, and I don't think I'm a fan of that. Everybody else just kind of has to sit and wait here a little bit. Yep. Let the enemy phase commence. Oh, thank God, that Caton transforms. That's so many dudes! Okay, so I need to kill this cat. Tiger, even, before he gets into range. This one is fine, because he's out of transform gauge. Okay. Yeah, and then I can have ranged attackers. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll be fine over here. Nolan, how well do you do with, pretty good. Yeah, why don't you set it up, and then Spear Boy can finish it. It's incredible how much easier it is to hit them when their stats are cut in half. Delicious experience. Please get speed. Da. Oh well, he's getting close. Okay. How much of a bad idea is this? Only a little bit, actually. I do need to keep in mind that boy, though. That opens up attacks from 2 angles. Oh! That cat barely scratches her, so really I only have to be worried about tigers for Meg. Okay, this is amazing, actually. Huh, okay. Alright, yeah, Meg, start going to town. We'll back you up with heals. You are a line of defense in and of yourself. Once again, Radiant Dawn, letting me put generals to good use. Appreciate the fuck out of that. And now you could well say, well, Vimbert, she's only effective here because she has that skill that lets her do effective damage to Beast Tribe Lagoos. And yes, that's it. And yes, you are correct. That's the only reason she's really at peak effectiveness here. Let's see. I think I can mitigate risk a little bit by maybe putting Soth here with Beast Killer. I wish I had a better ranged weapon for him. How much of a boost are you getting? You are getting a boost to attack and hit, so... maybe that's fine. Yeah, I just kind of need to deal damage while I can, really. Okay, so I put Soth there. Then I deploy Volug and Zehark. Oh, but wait, I need to keep Meg in range for... So Volug has to go here, basically. That's a little bit more exposed than I wanted Soth to be. But that, I think, is okay. And I think with all that said, Zehark should probably go over here. Actually, why don't I have, yeah. Because I think he's kind of bad. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd take Edward over Zehark. So, take his Wind Edge and start doling out the harshness on your own. Start desperately grinding some XP back up on the boy after neglecting him for chapters and chapters and chapters. And they're like, hey, have the Black Knight, have all these units that are amazing. I'm like, wow, what's the catch? They're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm like, okay. Like a fool. You know what? It's only a 50-50 shot. If she can get the kill, she deserves the kill. But in the future, I probably need to use her more for setup. Oh, not even a level? Really? Unfortunate. Okay, I think Leonardo being over here is probably good in the long term. And Jill, we need to send you out for some harass. Probably taking down a unit who's about to transform and then cantoing back. You have 8 move. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, that'll do. We'll give you the kill here. I really wish Jill was better. Like, basically the only thing keeping her relevant, even in the Dawn Brigade, is just she has wings. That's it. They have done her so dirty in this game, and that's one thing I will never forgive Radiant Dawn for. Path of Radiance Jill is an unstoppable force of nature. Okay, well, if we keep getting more levels like that, maybe we can start to turn things around. But still, 13 strength, that's a travesty. There's no reason for that. Her defense is actually a lot higher than I thought. I should keep that in mind. Might need her to fill some gaps on the eastern front. Alright, now to see if I've made a horrible mistake. Oh my god, Meg one-shots this cat. Huh, she parries. Okay. Come on, Meg. Bleed the half-breed. Hey, there we go. There we go. Meg is online, and it is beautiful. Strength? God damn it. Okay, this is another cat. Shouldn't be a big problem for her. I'm just realizing now, it's kind of funny that she has the skill that lets her deal triple damage to Lagoos, and she's the one that supports with the Lagoos. Juicy, juicy XP. This one's probably gonna hurt. Oh, I should probably be checking these enemies for any stealable items as well. The big crit! Let's go, Meg! She was a meme. No one believed me that I would make her this good. What are they to say now? Actually, they probably still have a lot of legitimate points about how I could have probably used my resources more wisely. But, eh. Okay, so we got a couple Tiger Boys coming in. Ooh, that is a very large number. Yeah, maybe we let our yellow units off the leash now. Again. Obviously, Micaiah has to heal up Meg. Arin, how do you do... that's fine, and then you can get healed up. Yeah, that's probably okay. Trouble is Nolan. I want you to swing, but you take so much damage off the swing. Arin can technically survive an enemy phase hit. That feels very, very risky. Could I just stand back and hand that? It's not nearly as effective. Damn, I wish I had, like, a killer axe for him. Screw it, we're going in. This is not a good idea, but I'm doing it. Would have been a lot cooler if you could have dodged. I'm just saying, man. Alright, let's get some Harat. You can't even touch them. God damn it. Just keep chipping them away. Maybe I send Soth out of... Maybe if this weren't Fog of War, I'm just very concerned what I'm gonna find. Yeah, why don't you just heal up, and you can just deal damage through counterattacking. Maybe we prep for a little bit of a push over here. Maybe. Why don't I send Jill out to get a better idea of the battlefield, and then I'll know if I can send Soth out on a little bit of a fishing expedition. A catfish fishing expedition! Okay, seems fairly safe. Just equip yourself with the Beast Killer and go to town. Because Soth was overpowered before, but now we're going to need him to gain levels alongside everybody else, just to try and desperately try and keep pace. If we're going to be fighting mostly Lagas, I'm going to need him. See also, Meg! Let's equip you with something a little more accurate, huh? Okay. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I don't know about that. I could have him pop an attack off, but that feels very risky. I think I'll just end the phase here. Start having my yellow units swoop in and bail me out. I feel... Oh! Thanks for the physic, kind Bishop Stranger. Ah, shit. Soth, look out! He's gonna fucking pummel you. Ow. Okay, Wrath crit. Ooh, that's really bad, though. I probably overextended already. Unless nobody else is gonna attack Soth over there, but that feels like wishful thinking. I don't know if I can depend on that. This is gonna hurt. Oh! He dodges! What a fucking legend. Class change! Nolan, begin realizing a fraction of your true power. Unleash the true power of your facial hair. Hell yeah! Damn, he looks great. Those gains are a little underwhelming, but... Hey, he promoted. He can use bows now and stuff. Oh dear god, Meg, look out. She parries! She parries, of course she does. It's Meg. She's overpowered. She cannot be contained. She cannot be stopped. She doubles tigers. This is dumb. This is dumb in the best way. Strength? Oh, for God's sake. Please. Please, game, I am begging you. Can I just have a crumb of strength, sir? Hey, it's the Burger King! Sir Knight, you're safe! But where have you been? My maiden, I shall not ask why you chose to engage in this battle. For that you have my thanks. I am here to protect you. There need be no other reason. Do not leave my side. I understand. Then I shall not ask you why you have been absent. I want you to know I'm happy to see you again. I am very glad you're safe. But I know why I'm here, because people on the internet can't keep their fucking mouths shut. Jesus. So powerful. God damn. But, yeah, I'm probably not going to be using him much unless I, like, absolutely have to. Yeah, that's just a little too risky for my taste. Let's pull him back, heal the boy up. Yellow units are making things a little crowded here. Can I get a kill with... I can. Works for me. Oh, look at that freshly promoted boy. Looking fabulous. Alright, Oren, wait, no. Set up... Okay, the wind dodge does, like, no damage. Never mind. Light would be 321 versus 4 res. Speed 16. Actually? Maybe I have her set up. Yeah, this'll work out. Sickness must be purged, as they say. Alrighty, and then he finishes them off. He's still a little wounded, but they shouldn't be able to KO him in one turn. I'm still operating off the assumption that every enemy is a Laguz that lacks a ranged attack. If that ever changes, I'm probably proper fucked. I'll just be straight up with everybody. Then these two hold the fort over here. So let's switch it up just a little bit. Very good. Leonardo, I still don't really know where to put you. Wait, yellow units, wait. You're gonna steal my experience. I kind of wish I had a little more direct control over these guys. Like, what if they were blue units, but they made it clear that they were just, like, on loan or something? Or the fact that they didn't have names would probably be clue enough for me. Then again, it kind of looks like the problem's going to solve itself to some extent here. Okay, we need to do a little harassment work here. Dare I? Probably... Ooh, Volod can't actually move in enough. Okay, well, let's just get him close enough to at least give the support bonus, I guess. And... yeah, let's gamble a little. Come on, Meg. Okay, that's fine. You got another attack to get him, Meg. Damn it, Meg! Let's see, we've got Tiger, Cat, Cat. Yeah, the cats do basically no damage to Meg, so I'm not too worried about her taking on this lineup. I will, however, have Jill ice this one who's about to transform. Because I'd still rather not deal with transformed Lagoos if I can help it. Just, you know, seems better to take them down when their stats are literally cut in half. You know, something about that strategy appeals to me just a little. Just a little bit. Okay, we can have Soth. Check here. Yeah, he probably does need the experience a little more. I do want Micaiah to get experience too, though. Because she is freshly promoted, more or less. Ooh, Soth isn't even getting that much experience. Huh. Unfortunate. I suppose... I feel like Nolan shouldn't move from here, because that guy's about to become dead in like 2 seconds. Just back him up, back your boy up with a hand axe, will ya? It is very interesting to be in the position of, like, basically I am backing up the yellow units rather than the other way around. I don't know if that's necessarily good, but it is different. And so I appreciate it on that level, at least. Shit. So close. That still does not, like, no damage. Yeah, keeping these guys healthy is probably in my best interest. You... still don't know what the hell to do with you. Anybody else injured? Like, missing even a point of health. Well, Meg is, but I don't know how safe it is to put you there. I guess that's river territory as well. Yeah, I'm just so worried that if I send her over there, there's just gonna be like some Lagoos pop over here and just eat my mage for breakfast. Granted, she's got crazy good luck and everything. Yeah, and her biorhythm's a little bit bad at the moment. Yeah, we're just gonna chill. Black Knight, you go over... Oh! Well, shit. Alright, I'll take that. I keep forgetting there are, like, hidden items on every map. I feel like I've been doing an absolutely awful job finding them. But No, why would you move? Oh, dear God, somebody better move into there, or my bishop is... Okay. Okay. You bitch. Okay, good. He gets healed up. It's very important that he in particular lives. Archer, no! Don't be a hero! God, he's just really getting after it. Okay, one yellow unit down. Yeah! Oh my god, that's exactly what I was... Well, I don't know if he could have snuck around to where it was going to be to heal Meg, but... Whatever, even it like that was what I was worried about. We win the coin flip. Now can we win a crit? Yes! 84 damage. That's beautiful. Wait, no, 80... 72. 72. Math is hard. Okay, Volug pops out of combat form. So I can have Meg set it up with... Oh wow, that's quite a... Never mind, it's impossible for her to not get the kill here. Z-Hark set it up? It's also very risky. Jill set it up with harassment tactics. Also not a great choice because her strength is complete ass. Whoa. God, the map is trying to tempt me here. And it's kind of working, because I'm like, well, I mean, I could... Oh, wait. You can half shift. Okay, yeah, that's a fairly safe setup. That gets it started. Ugh, that's a lot of damage, though. Okay, and then Micaiah can roast him. Okay, we only need a little bit more damage. Jill, can you get that done with a hand axe? It's 8, gets him down below 30. 8's not enough. Okay, Jill, you're gonna have to go hand to hand. Alright, this might hurt. Ooh, yep. Ugh. These tigers do not fuck around. Yeah, he'll transform and kill her if I don't heal her. Damn it. Well, took a calculated risk. That's fine. I can give the kill to... Soth, I guess? Also keeps him nearby to... No. Okay, Beast Killer is a one-shot. Otherwise, I'd feel like this is overextending. Come on, edgy lad. Get some defense. Good! Good. Perfectly respectable level. I'll take it. Z-Hark over here. Leonardo may as well push in. Fiona, I still have no idea what to do with you. Let's see, hit for 15, and then can you follow up for 14? No. You can't really get into melee. Troubling. Burger King, yeah, he's just gonna roast these guys alive. Okay, seems like they can't move more than one river tile at a time. Can use that to my advantage here. Give Nolan a little more room to work. Though it's ultimately still just harassment attacks, but... The XP, I tell ya. Oh. Divine level. Wonderful level. Yeah, he is shaping up very well. Could Laura get a kill here, maybe? No. We'll just have Edward here and basically just... Oh, that's a lot of dudes about to transform. Suddenly very glad I have the yellow units over here and the Black Knight on standby. I think we just have him sit and wait, and Laura can take a pot shot at this tiger. Perfect plan? Not even close, but it'll work. I think it'll work. Nobody should die that's important. Defense point, great. Love to see it. Mr. Black Knight, let's just move you a little closer. Okay, that should do it. Yellow units, please don't do— oh dear God, what are you doing? You're doing stupid things. I don't like these. I don't like this. If you leave my fucking healer open. Laura's dead. Laura's so dead. Fuck, I'm gonna have to reset because I counted on the— what? Okay. Yeah, nope. I'm not gonna argue with you, game. You're right. You're right. Yep. Sure. That's a real thing. Yep. Nothing questionable about that AI choice at all. No siree. All is well here. Holy shit. It just threw me a giant bone. God damn it, Edward. It really is Meatball. Like, just blatantly just healer out in the open, unprotected, and they're like, how about we don't? Resolve putting in a little work there. But that's still a pretty heavy hit. And has me worried. God damn. I swear Soth is just not dodging any attack. Kinda getting on my nerves. Because that's most of where his defense comes from. Oh, sniper. Okay. That's sort of what I've been seeing, so I could believe it. I mean, to be honest, the yellows are a bigger threat to them than most of my units at this point, so I can see the logic that way. Like, this sniper guy absolutely put in some crazy amounts of work. No way. Is he gonna live through the— oh, nope. Farewell, sniper. You're probably like the first archer unit of Fire Emblem game I've liked. Oh, that's many dudes. I might have to bring in the Burger King here. I did, actually. I have it on Meg, and she's been absolutely wrecking house this chapter. Okay, we need to solve this. Okay, I think— oh!
Mission complete.
Dr. Philly B, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. I am Embert. Let me get a shout out. There you go. Oh, you were just playing the game yourself. Nice. I'm a variety streamer. I've been doing a lot of Fire Emblem lately. This is my first time playing through the game. I'm doing it mostly blind. If you want to give me general tips, I'm more than open to them, but I have no idea what's coming. Aside from having the identity of the Black Knight spoiled, I'm pretty blind on the plot, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Oh, you can unequip? Yeah, that's probably a good plan, Meatball. I might go with that. I might go with that. Otherwise, this flank over here is super screwed, but cool. But yeah, welcome. Thank you again for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hope you'll hang around. We are in, I forget which chapter. I'm in part 3. What part were you on, Philly B? The good doctor? I'm thinking I might need the Black Knight to attack just so I can move Nolan back and get him into a less exposed position so these laggers don't absolutely rip him apart. 3-6 or 3-7, that sounds correct. It's the first chapter in part 3 where they're like, hey, remember Micaiah? And I'm like, oh god. New run, silly. Ah! I actually just recently did something sort of like that for Path of Radiance. I honestly had a lot of fun with it. I had kind of counted the kind of ignored Lagos units for a long time, but Radiance, they could be pretty good. This is 3-6. Okay. Yeah, Edward's got to get out of there. Wait, maybe RN can... Yeah, he can get a guaranteed kill. I'm just worried... No, that won't overexpose him. Okay, yeah. I can make this work. I can make this work. And I think that gets him to promote. Excellent. Yeah, I'd certainly agree, Philly. Because, like, I feel like the Laguz in Path of Radiance are incredibly strong early on. Like, they're just pre-promotes that are just basically their only weakness is they can't counter at range, but they start falling off once you get past mid-game, and by late game, they're almost kind of a liability. Yes, okay. Our boy is looking pretty goddamn solid there, I have to say. Still needs more speed, but almost everything else there, I'm loving. He's basically got general stats. Like Armor Knight. His name is Brad? That's great. That would have seemed very silly. So I'm kind of glad they changed that on localization, but that's a fun little tidbit. Poor Edward. I kind of neglected you for a long time, and you're paying the price for it. Yeah, I think just for this turn I have to pull Nolan back and have the Burger King tank some hits, because otherwise I don't... Nolan's great, but I don't think he can soak up 2 attacks from Tigers. It's just not a thing that's in his wheelhouse yet. Nice! He's from the Outback. Outback of Daein. You know, that desert of death. Okay, and the Burger King we will just send in and unequip. Oh, my Jill makes me depressed. Like, I don't know how she generally turns out, but she is not looking good. Granted, the Path of Radiance transfer file I used had no transfer bonuses for her, but that's just because, you know, it was a draft, so I wasn't able to use Jill. None of the great... Yeah, so in Path of Radiance, she's a force of nature. But, yeah. Aside from, like, some pretty good bulk and having wings, she's... Look what they did to my girl! Yeah, 13 strength is just... It's not good. Okay, we need to start a fighting retreat over here as well. 7+ levels happen multiple runs. Oof. Okay, Leonardo, you would get buried alive. Let's see. I probably count on Meg to cover the retreat. Meg and Volug. They've got that support as well, so that'll help. And to send Volug back. We get you the hell out of there. There's no way you can tank all those hits, Soth. Hars mode? Yeah. It really is. Like, when I got to Har, I'd been like, you know, I'd just bemoaned Jill to everyone in the chat for so long, and then Har showed up and I was like, oh! And then I started using him, so I went, oh! Definitely the best unit I've got on Ike's troop. Alright, Volug, get healed up there. Ha! I don't know. I think Har is perfectly good in Path of Radiance. There's no problem with him in that game. But, yeah. Obviously, a lot better in Radiant Dawn, I can already tell. Alright, and Jill, we will just use you to pick one off to try and make sure... Wait, actually, if you can pick off the tiger... I hate to burn Brave Axe uses, but tigers are the ones that I'm really worried about versus Meg. Yeah, he's really only behind, like, maybe 2 or 3 points of strength versus your average Jill by the time you get him in Path of Radiance. So, he's perfectly fine, quite usable. And of course, he's still Har. He's got that hilarious person. Please, Jill, my girl, my darling, get strength. 14 strength, let's go! God damn it, I can't believe I'm celebrating 14 strength. Like, Jesus Christ, she's barely doing better than the fucking Myrmidon. Things are not good when I'm celebrating my Wyvern Rider catching up, or exceeding the Myrmidon. When the Myrmidon's a lower level. Things are not good here. Whatever. Yeah, Eddie seems good for a Myrmidon. I generally don't like Myrmidons, though, so I haven't been using him much, and he's, Oh, yeah. Fauna seems neat in concept. I think her imbue skill is very cool, but yeah, I just feel like I've been given no reason to use her whatsoever. You fool! You face Meg, the Unstoppable! Philly and any raiders still hanging around. If you're wondering why Meg does so well against this tiger, she has Beast Foe. So... we stand Meg around here. Oh yeah, I believe it, Philly. And like, with the change... Okay, good. Strength. We're starting to get there. Everyone stands Meg? Good. They should. She's great. She really is tough to level, particularly with the changes to bonus XP. Just in how, like, the stat gains work. Okay, I think the Burger King has let us stabilize so we can pull him back. And we can just let Nolan and Aran... I'm going to be doing this map so slowly. And I apologize if that is frustrating for anybody, but... I want my peeps to be safe. And to get experience. What? Heresy. How can you not be on the Meg tree? It is how you get killed, it's true. But it's also how you get more bonus XP. But, yeah. You make an excellent point. Let's see, I think if I send Zhark over here... can have... that's close. Maybe if I have... Yeah, then I could fly Jill in and get the kill, because Soth would... Yeah, okay, okay. This is a half-decent plan. Not great, but it's something. Let's see. Now we pick that guy off before he transforms with a hand axe, so I can be sure to get out of range. It's an 83. It'll probably hit. I gotta say, from a story perspective, it's so weird that Jill is just like, with this army and like, yeah, okay, I guess we're killing a bunch of Lagoos now. Like, there was the base conversation where she brought it up, which I was glad for. I was gonna call the writers the fuck out if they didn't. Oh, that too, that too. Meg's not really down anything. Let's get a kill to Micaiah. She needs more XP. Jill's back on Hate Crime Squad. I mean, she is the coiner of that excellent rallying cry, Bleed the Half-Breed. I'm sure in-universe she wasn't the one to make it up, but she's the one we see using it the most. Or maybe the only one? I forget. Meg is, of course, fine. Yep, okay. This should work. You know, change takes time. Would have been the height of comedy to give Beast Foe to Jill and be like, nah, Jill, look who you're working for. You gotta get back on that racism train. I usually actually, in Path of Radiance, right after she joins, forge her an Iron Lance and name it Racism. Yeah, it really would have been. I mean, kind of would have also undone all her character growth from Path of Radiance, but eh. You could have seen, like, you could have explained it away as, like, oh, she was part of the Daein military, and they, like, teach you a bunch of strategies for taking on Laguz or something. It's true. Like, you know, we have characters like, the Lords and, some of the major units, and then there's, like, Leonardo, who's just like, hey, I'm here, I have a bow. And it's like, great, thanks, we're glad you're here? Like, look at this guy. This kid doesn't know why he's here. Yeah, my Meg is excellent. I have dumped a hideous amount of resources into her, and I've yet to be punished for it. It's coming eventually, but today does not look to be that day. Oh my god. That's wild, Meatball. Although, I mean, some of those, that playable unit count includes units like Naysala, who, like, you can use him, like, if you really want to. Yeah, I would agree, Philly, particularly for the Telius games, because, you know, Path of Radiance is, even if you're going into it blind, it's not that difficult, and this game hasn't given me too much problems going into it completely blind either. Okay, I think we get a little aggressive here, so we can bring in some backup. Also, hopefully assassinate... Yeah, we can just kill this guy before he transforms. Blunt the offense over here before it starts, really. Oh yeah, I am curious, Philly, since you know this game a bit better. How does Nephany usually go for you? Because I like to use her as kind of a quote-unquote mean choice, although she usually becomes pretty good in Path of Radiance, but... Man, granted, it was her without any transfer bonuses, but she doesn't seem good in Radiant Dawn, from what I've seen. Oh, Nephany is amazing? That's fair. Although, really, once I get to the point where I can use him again, the meme unit I'd probably want to really heavily focus on in this game is Danved. He can fight like 10 men. Yeah. I mean, look at Meg. I mean, what am I saying? Meg is perfect and beautiful and needs absolutely no help to be completely 100% viable. Alright, Laura, let's just take a pot shot here. You commit her. Skill and speed are nuts. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'm assuming, Theater Halberdiers get Luna. Because I saw that, I had hard promote to tier 3 on the Ike part of part 3. That's a clunky way of saying it. And I saw that he just got stunned instantly. Oh, they get a different skill. Interesting. Let's see. Jill, will you be able to canto away if I commit you over there? You have 7... Kind of. If I have you do it with a hand axe, it should be safe. Ooh, impale. I like the sound of that. Go. Oh, come on, Jill. 72%. Work with me here, girl. We're probably okay over here. I don't really want to push that much further. Then again, there are 4 enemies over here, and they've been kind enough to let me know there are only 7 total, so... Plus, if Zehark dies, I don't care. Deal tons of damage and... Yeah, I mean, that's what the flyer skill appears to be. From Olencia and Har. Just like, hey, would you like to have a crit by another name? And I'm like, you know what? I think I would. Let's send Volug out. Aha! Okay. So, 4, 5. We only have 2 out here in the fog of war somewhere. Okay. So, why don't we go ahead and assassinate this one before he can... Right, he's not transformed yet. That's a tiger, isn't it? Yeah... I guess I can get some chip damage on him, at least. Oh yeah, I forgot about Deadeye putting people to sleep. I rarely use Roll for Shinon in Path of Radiance, so... I'm sure every once in a while it comes in handy and you're like, oh yeah, it does do that. Yeah, Fiona, I just have nothing for you. I'm so sorry. Oh, look at him just tanking that attack. Oh! Thanks. Oh, right. Yeah. Of course, there was another one in the darkness. Okay, it's only a cat, though. Yeah, Shinon in this game seems incredible. That's another one who got a huge glow-up in Radiant Dawn, from what I can tell. Oh yeah, 100% agreed. The moment I got a bowgun crossbow type weapon, I was like, alright, Shinon is on the front lines now. Because I think by the time... by the end of last chapter, Shinon had a defense of like 22 or 23 or something. You know, obviously can't stand toe-to-toe with an armor knight, but perfectly able to soak up hits. Oh yeah, Shinon is absolutely fueled by hate crimes. I'm sure he is just like drinking himself to sleep every day of the Lagos Alliance campaign, because he's like, I could be on the other side, this was my chance. Why are we here? Just to make them not suffer? Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh hey, it's the boss. Ooh, I probably want to swipe that. Which is unfortunate, because it also like to kill you before you can transform. But you have a lot of... Wait, what the fu... Wait, it said defeat enemies remaining 7. There's more than... Oh, is it just defeat at least... Just defeat at least X number and then the chapter ends? Oh, I misunderstood. The secret boss that... Oh! He only shows up if Lethe dies? Huh. Yeah, I got her killed in, that one in a chapter. Oh, she's normally the boss? Aw, I would hate to fight her. I'm a big fan of her. Despite the fact that I pronounce her name like 18 different ways. To the point where I joke about it being on the stream bingo card. Edward, maybe we can give you a kill? Probably not, though. Elencia's Gambit, yeah. It was like on the last turn, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to play this over again. Okay, Tarvos gives me a kill. Yeah, I figured. A retreat seems more realistic. And I could definitely see her having the same kind of like, no, we can win. Just let me push on, Ranulf. You goddamn coward. That's cool that they put in a different boss if she's down for the count, though. I like that. Maybe if the western flank can take down enough units, we can still move in for the steal and the kill here. Yeah, Black Cat coloring is cool. For sure. I mean, we got Ranulf. He's repping the blue cats. But otherwise, yeah, just a lot of yellow. Okay, solid level. Wow, actually great level for this guy. Hell yeah, Orin. Okay, remaining 4. Unless... No, I don't think I can get it done. I think I have to pull back to a little bit of a safer position and just kind of let Meg and Volog wall these guys out a little bit. Tech 34... Though I kind of worry that I can't risk 2 tigers into Meg. Slower but tougher sounds good to me. Because, yeah, I tried to give Nephany a combat experience where I could, but it was just kind of rough going. That will give them a reads advantage, but I think this is the smarter approach to take, sadly. And yeah, pull you back a little bit too. Okay. I like how my yellow units are just down to 1 healer who's like, oh god, I hope these kids can do this. But of course we can, because we have Meg! An unstoppable wall of death for Laguz. Come on, Meg, let's go. Strength, strength, strength. Hey, nice. Dear God, she's already promoted level 7. This is so excessive. And I love it. Meg wins the coin flip because she's Meg. And just cuts him down. Yeah, I'm very pleased with her, considering all the levels I dunked into her that were just bonus XP levels, so she was only getting 3 stats. She's honestly looking great. Like, I meme a bit, but she's honestly a big asset to the team. Because when I saw her, I was like, oh my god, a sword armor knight? That's hilarious. We're using her. Doubly so... Oh, shit! It's the lad! Aw, hey, Mordecai! Okay, the objective is now to just defeat 1 enemy. So, Meatball, Dr. Philly, does that mean if I down 1 more enemy, the chapter ends immediately? Yes, okay. In that case, I am going to swipe this Laguz stone. Thank you. Because otherwise I'd worry about Soth being a little overexposed. Then I could probably just go for cutting down the boss. Thank you, both of you. I appreciate it. Kind of a question of who I want to put experience on. The meme answer is Meg, but I think I've fed Meg enough for now. Maybe Micaiah, if I can pull that off. Oh, that's right, she doesn't have a fucking speed stat. Meg is eternally hungry for death. You know, she grew up in the country. I told her all about them dang old Laguz. Gotta be hunted down wherever you can find them. Leonardo, I don't care about giving you XP, so we'll give you something.
Fight on, brothers! Carve a path!
Ooh, his personal bow looks cool, though. It's a shame I've invested literally nothing into him. Oh, wait, let's whore out a little bit of healing XP. And Meg, can you, like, just kind of lightly maim one of them for more experience points? Yeah. Also, God, I really wish I could have my Zehark in range to, like, attack Mordecai. Just in case Mordecai had some, like, wait a minute, you are friend. Why are you fighting us? And Zehark, like, sorry, I've become racist. Or something. But, he doesn't have a wind edge, so... I am... Wait, actually... Yeah! He won't fight him! Oh! Okay. So... I had a theory that Zeark was going to be tranced the first opportunity. I'm going to battle save in case that happens, and I'm going to pick Talk here. Mordecai, I never expected us to meet like this on opposite sides. Ah, Zehark. No, that not it. Sorry. Mordecai says your name not right. Not right yet. But... Zehork? Zeharak? Zehark. Ah, that is good. Zehark. Mordecai, don't you understand? We're now... I know. Mordecai is your friend. Allies we are. It does not matter who we fight for. But... You have no fang or tail, but you are a beast brother. Zehark. No. Mordecai forgets again. Sorry. Hey, don't worry about it. I've got it. I'll go with you. That way, get my name right in no time. Ah, good idea. Mordecai likes this idea. You! I knew it was gonna happen, and I did it anyway. Okay, well, 1 second. I'm gonna load up that battle save, because I'm not denying myself a unit in this horrifically ragtag group. 2 seconds. That's hilarious, though, that the enemy can, like, recruit one of your dudes. I love that. He would go help on the Ike chapters? Yeah, but Ike has so many good units. I don't need to send Zehark over there. Zehark would legitimately get benched on the Ike side. We really need him here. I'm really glad I saw that dialogue, though. That was kind of adorable. Oh. Jill doesn't have a talk with him? Ooh. Jill? Jill's like, sorry, I'm a racist now. Jill, kill your former friend, or Just like maim him a little. We just want to give you a little more XP. Ah, Jill. It's been a long time. What? What's wrong? Why are you sad? I'm sorry, Mordecai. I won't take your life, but I must take you out of this battle. Forgive me. What? Why? Mordecai does not understand this. Yeah, I really have no idea why Jill is with us at all. Really, Meatball? Okay. Interesting. Noted. Thank you. Let us desperately try and get Edward some XP. Because I need every unit I've got over here. Nolan, can you maim this guy a little? Yes, no crit chance. This is cheap, cowardly, and borderline cheating, but have you looked at my army, except Meg? I need all the help I can get. Okay, Aran, you never double anybody, so just go in with an... Ooh, actually you've got a halfway decent crit chance. Yeah, that I can't allow. Okay, Micaiah, just kill the kitty. I mean, I have always wanted a Fire Emblem where you play as the bad guys. That's why I was so excited for Conquest. And Conquest was still, like, fine, but that wasn't exactly what we got.
Even if I fall, you will never break the spirit of the Beast Tribe. We shall never retreat. This is a fight to the death.
And then they retreat.
This is pointless. The Gallian soldiers just keep coming, no matter how many we take down. If we keep this up, both sides will take horrible casualties.
Their guard is too strong. We can't break through.
These guys are really clever. They must have a veteran Sure. They must have a veteran commander to use a strategy like this.
What happened to General Scrimmier? Wasn't he supposed to be in the back?
You know how he is. I have 6 strong men trying to keep Scrimmier from coming out here. I'm sorry, I was picturing 6 strong Laguz guys and Scrimmier. Anyway.
Alright then, we'll show these Bayark a thing or two. We will regroup and...
Wait, look.
All troops, lower your weapons. I'm going to propose a ceasefire to the Laguz Alliance.
I'm sure this definitely will not have us immediately branded as traitors by our very racist country. Great thinking, Micaiah. I've seen that black armor before. You're with the Daein army. Why is Daein attacking us?
Are you the general for this army? I am Micaiah, a general of the Daein Royal Army.
You are in command of this army?
My king, Peleus, has decided to answer Benion's request for help in wiping out the Laguz Alliance.
Yeah, no negative consequences whatsoever. Just like how Sephirin, I'm convinced, is still a villain. There's no way he's not a bad guy. Like, he hasn't shown up yet. But I know he's a fucking bad guy. He has to be. Like, Benion's being all evil. We haven't seen Sephirin yet. Coincidence? Anyway, that's just me just theorizing. I like to do that a lot. Again, please no spoilers, but...
You have no chance to win now. Further bloodshed is meaningless. Please surrender.
Do not insult us, Bayark female. We'd rather die than surrender.
The choice of wiping out here is not the best choice when proposing ceasefire. I mean, you're negotiating from a position of strength. You know, actually, Micaiah's like, she's letting her countrymen have enough Laguz blood to, like, kind of slake their bloodlust. And then being like, okay. We've gotten it out of our systems, now let's do a ceasefire.
Behind you lays the Benyon army. In front of you is the Daein army. You have nowhere to run.
Well, I guess we'll just have to chase you down like cattle and press on. Sound good to you, Scrimir? What in the goddess's name was that? Get back, Micaiah. That roar. That must be a lion. Just like the, 20 more we've taken on. But I'm really concerned about this one for some reason. Oh wait, no, we fought tigers. That's right, lions are only royals. Lion Lagoos is stronger than the cat or tiger Lagoos we've been fighting. Hey, is that you, Soph? You look so much older now. Babies grow up so fast. Just like Ike. Remember him, Soph? What? So Commander Ike really is fighting with you? Let's just say you shouldn't assume that you can see all of our troops. So, if you care for this girl at all, get her and her men out of here. That's my only warning to you. Wait! Stop, Micaiah. We chase them. They'll kill us for sure. Oh, hey! Where the hell have you been, Torneo? We could have used you on the front lines. General Torneo, what brings you out here? Has something happened to the king? No, I am here to deliver supplies, and to see how the battle fares. You made up a clever excuse and convinced the king to let you come here? I'm impressed. Thanks for coming, General Torneo. Don't worry about it. I trust that the fight is going well against the Lagoos Alliance. Yes, but the enemy seems to have additional forces deployed in the area. I expect another battle to begin very soon, and I doubt it will be as easy as the last. So, we still remain on the brink of battle. I see. I shall do my best to defeat the Lagoos Alliance quickly. When this battle is over, please persuade the king to negotiate a peace treaty as soon as possible. Would you do this for me? Would you please talk to the king and help to stop this pointless war? This whole war started because of one murdered messenger. I shall try. One murdered messenger. How many people have died because of it? I'm still not convinced that the... Ah, right. Game, take it away.
The Daein army takes to the field and deals a heavy blow to the army of the Lagoos Alliance. This sudden aggression shocks the Alliance like a lightning bolt on a clear day. With their only avenue of retreat blocked, the forces of the Lagoos Alliance begin to despair. As the last shred of hope is fading, Scrimir appears before his troops and rallies them on, bolstering their failing strength. Gallian morale is further improved by the appearance of Tibarn and Ike's forces, who aid the Beast Army with talon and steel.
If we have to fight Ike's army, we're so screwed. Oh god, we're fighting Ike's army and we're gonna be so screwed. Fuck. Oh! Oh, we're going to be Ike fighting Daein. Never mind, we're fine. Oh god, that's such a big relief. Okay, I was worried. Okay, I'm gonna get some water and take a quick break. I'll be back in just a minute or two. Hope y'all will stick with me. Okay, I returned. And it occurred to me when I was getting water that maybe we're just seeing the other camp first and then it'll swap back to Micaiah, in which case it'll still be a fucking death sentence for everyone on our side if we have to fight Ike's army. But we'll see. The Daein army is working with Benyon? That's unexpected to say the least. Game? Hello? Okay. Why would Daein join the war? I thought all their resources would be tied up in reconstruction. Yeah, that bothers me too. There's something weird about all this. Didn't Daein resent Benyon's occupation? I mean, it's Daein. They're like, ooh, a chance to be cartoonishly evil. they're just getting back on brand. They need this as a pick-me-up. Why would they be so quick to help out their former enemy?
Why does not matter. We are running out of time. We must deal with this quickly if we are to get home.
General Skrymir, have you recovered from your wounds already?
Yes. Do not underestimate the healing power of the beast tribe.
Alright, everyone's here. Let's begin the meeting. The immediate threat is the Daein army. They've dug in around the area that we'll have to use to cross the Ribbon. Also, Daein moved really fast. Is that just me? Well, I guess Micaiah could have gotten our orders, like, while we were, like, advancing as... never mind, it's probably fine. Maybe we can find another spot to cross. No, we can't afford it. If we waste any more time, the Central Army will catch up to us. If that happens, we're dead. Ranulf, tell me your impression of the Daein army. Anything special? Well, there weren't very many of them, but their morale was really up there. Their commander seemed very clever as well. It must be the Maiden of Dawn. Who? She was the hero of the recent Daein uprising. Micaiah is her name, if I recall correctly. Supposedly, she has performed miracles and turned many losing battles into victories. An interesting figure. Miracles? I'm finding that a bit hard to swallow. Are you sure about that? Who knows? Personally, I doubt it. All I know is that the Daein army believes in her miracles, which makes her dangerous. This... Interesting. It's kind of neat getting like a view of her from outside Daein. This Maiden of Dawn is supposed to be the savior of Daein, whose miraculous powers freed their people from tyranny. In other words, her followers are fanatics who see her as a goddess. She will make a formidable enemy. If we attack them head-on, the fighting won't stop until one side is decimated. There's got to be a way to avoid that, right? What about a decoy force, like we've used in the past? The decoy only worked because the enemy didn't expect it. I wouldn't count on the same strategy working twice. Not necessarily. The Empire assumes superiority over all other countries. Benyon is only using the Daein army as a pawn to stop us, and likely won't care if it is destroyed in the process. As such, the Daein army is most likely uninformed about our past tactics. You might have a point there. I went scouting after the fog cleared, and their forces looked really unprepared to fight us. They had no ballistae, and they hadn't fielded many fire mages. It felt like they didn't know a thing about fighting Laguz. Then we should definitely have a decoy force hit them head-on, while the bulk of the army crosses the river in the meantime. I'll head up the decoy force then. The armies of Gallia and Phoenicius can cross the river while we fight. I'll go with you, Ike. Daein would get suspicious if they didn't see any Laguz in the enemy force. Sounds like a plan to me. Take some of my men as well if you want. I don't want their talents getting dull. The Laguz Alliance may have lost the war of might, but we haven't lost the war to save the lives of our brothers. This fight will be ours.
Yes, with the fangs and wings of the Laguz and the knowledge of the Beork, we will return home.
Daein cannot stop us now, just as they could not stop us during the Mad King's War. We can do this.
Oh, thank God, we're back with Ike's army. Okay. Back in comfortable, familiar territory, where I have multiple good units. Multiple good units. And Rolf. And Liar. She's another one where I feel like it would be a fun challenge to try and use her, but with her being a slow transformer and having those bases, ugh. Anyway, as always, let's start with cat fight. Oh no. Sorry everyone, brace for girl voices. Oh, cat fight. Right. So, it happens to be that I have a very rare and precious item in my possession. Which one of you thinks you deserve a gift? Ooh, me! I want it! No, Captain, you should give it to me. After all, I'm your faithful servant. What? No way! That stuffy know-it-all doesn't need it. Look at me, I'm so tiny and helpless. I need all the help I can get. You wouldn't want me to get hurt, would you? A stuffy know-it-all? Oh, I say! How dare you, madam! Captain Randolph, you know that rewarding her behavior will only encourage her to act up in front of others. Have I not always followed your orders without question, both quickly and effectively? Oh, okay, they finally gave Randolph someone who tier 3 subs for him. Good. Ooh. Liar was my Micaiah. Yeah, I could see her as an early game hitter being really good. Alright, sheesh. You know, I personally don't really care which one of you gets it. You hold it right there, Kaiser. I think you just called me a brat. I'm only stating the obvious. If you don't like it, don't act so childish. You stuck-up old alley cat. Stuck up? Your mother would be ashamed at your lack of manners. Ah! Stop already. I'm sorry I asked. Obviously, I have to make the decision for you. Alright, Kaiser, this is yours. Take it. Oh, thank you. You've made me the happiest person in the army, Captain. What? Why? Why did you give it to him? He's your commanding officer. That's not fair. He's a stuffy old bore. And I'm wearing my prettiest collar. Collars as Lagoo's fashion statements. I'm not going to think about that very hard. That's implications I don't want to get into. Yeah, it's just such a weird thing. Forget it, Liar. The captain knows who slaves day and night to keep the army running smoothly. No. The captain's love is mine. All mine. Give it to me. If you want it, you'll have to take it. Oh, you're dead. What is it with you two? Ugh. Oh, a Howl Scroll. Okay. Okay, I need to remind myself, what am I looking at money-wise? I have 3,000 gold. Okay. What is on special at the shop? Ooh, Quick Claw could be... I can buy a Rolf's bow? That's weird. Also, Quick Claw is tempting, but I think I already have that on Ranulph. Yeah. Because he's way better than either the other two. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, I just basically need to look for who is low on supplies. Mia is, but it's Mia, so I don't care. Har could use another hand axe if I can manage it. Oscar's probably fine. Shinon looking good. Heather's alright. Shove that in there. Boyd looking okay. No, warriors are axe locked. I was like, wait, he should have a bow. Never mind. Ike could probably use another wind edge. Mordecai's good. Titania. Okay, pretty much everybody's pretty good, honestly. Nope. I need Wind Edge. One thing I really appreciate about this versus, this game versus Path of Radiance, because I'm a big Path of Radiance stan, and like, some things this game does I don't like, but I like how I'm actually having to pay attention to my gold, like, really strongly. I feel like I'm continually cash-strapped versus Path of Radiance, which, at a certain point, it's like, hey, would you like all the money in the world? Never mind, we're giving it to you anyway. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I just don't have to pay attention to my economy ever. That's cool. Oh yeah, hammer and stuff. Lagoons of level 30 or higher only. Still curious what that does. Goose Stone. So I suppose I would have Z-Hark if I'd let that conversation be canonical last chapter, but shouldn't need it. Okay, any supports? Yes. The support that is canon can be strengthened. Oh, the Satori symbol. The Laguz item that Ranulf comes with. It says it gives Laguz a powerful skill if they're level 30 or higher. But it doesn't really give any information about that, so... my curiosity is piqued. Okay, everybody else is... fine. Okay. Provoke on Ike is not the worst idea. Shade would probably be a good thing to have on, like, Mist in particular. Yeah. Yeah, let's give her Shade. Oh, a Cult Scroll for Laguz. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Right. What is Roar, then? I don't remember. Or Howl. Nemo... I'll just hang on to that for now, I think. Okay, honestly, I feel like I'm mostly good to go. Let's see what the map is gonna be here. And welcome back, by the way. Or no, you said you were looking away, not that you left. Sorry. Oh, hey, it's this... oh, fuck me! The Laguz failed to cross the river. This is their last chance to try. This time, they'll attack with Beork as well. Soth, you know what that means. If we end up fighting Beork... I know. We'll probably be fighting the Grail mercenaries, I'm aware. It's not going to be pretty. Soth, tell me more about Commander Ike. Why? You used to hate it when I said anything about him. I want to know more about the man I'll be fighting against. What kind of a person is he? Well, let's see. He's generous. He doesn't care about petty things. He holds no prejudice against Laguz, nor does he care about the opinions of the nobles. He's a master swordsman. He accomplishes everything he sets out to do. He's a true hero. I see. He sounds quite different from King Peleus. Micaiah, they don't even compare. King Peleus lacks any leadership or decision-making skills. That may be, but I believe in King Peleus. His heart is in the right place. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? The dude has done, like, nothing. I believe in his virtuous nature and his commitment to being a good king. I know the story changes on, like, New Game Plus. I'm hoping one of the changes is that Micaiah is less of an idiot. Even though he would set you out on a war that doesn't involve Daein at all. That's probably too much to hope for, though. Blinded by the branded. Blinded by the branded. A war of bigotry and hate, fighting on the same side as our real enemies? You're smarter than this, Micaiah. Soth, we've been through this. I know we're about to fight Ike and the Grail mercenaries, but It's time, shall we? Those two are still here. So much for friendly advice, I guess.
Now it's friends against friends. Things are getting crazy around here. Only 10 units against all this? Ew. Put her faith in... Oh, that's true. That's true. I had forgot that they basically confirmed King Peleus is branded. Oh god! Oh god, we're fighting Meg. Guys, I don't know if we can win. Also, interesting that the Black Knight is on the field. I feel like I should try to attack him once with Ike, just to get some dialogue. Also, wow, I am severely restricted on who I can bring. Obviously, I'm bringing Har. It would be stupid not to. If there's nothing that I can steal that's worthwhile, I might bench Heather, just because this looks like it's going to be an absolute slugfest. Yeah, I mean, it was all but stated in, This is interesting. I guess I could, like, steal from the other army? What is this weird kind of reverse... reverse echoes going on here. But doesn't seem worth it to bring Heather along. Ah, cripes, I should really bring along Rayson. Ranulf is a force deploy. Titania is really good. Sorin is phenomenal. Mist is good for heals. I don't know about Oscar. Maybe we leave Oscar behind. Har, of course, is a force of nature. With only 10 units, I don't think I can justify bringing Mordecai. Gatry's honestly a pretty good choice. Braum less so. Sorry, Braum. Rolf is garbage. Riss is good if I think I need another healer. So this would be the team I'd bring. Only have Mist for heals. But with Rayson supporting, that honestly should be pretty okay, I think. Oh, and the victory is survived for 12 turns. Interesting. Damn, getting Ike over to the Black Knight is probably not feasible without some serious shenanigans then. But I can damn well try. I'm also assuming Titania's going to get slowed way the hell down by... That's so much river over there. I don't know, that's a little sus. It's a little sus to me. I think this team can do okay. It's possible? Okay. I'll see how the flow of the battle goes. Surprised Ike didn't, be like, wait, that's the Black Knight, or something. Okay. My initial thought is, oh, hey! Wonder if I could scoop up Jill. No, she's better on the other side, though. Okay, so... basically, Har goes left, everybody else goes south. Incredibly basic and barely a strategy? Yes. Will it work? Also yes. It's fucking Har. He's unstoppable. And tier 3. Save before... Oh! Oh my god, if I could get Har onto the Dawn Brigade side. Ooh. That would honestly be a giant boon. He would really help carry them. But then I miss out on my I win button for Ike, but the Dawn Brigade needs it so much harder. I don't know. I might have to just do that. Because I feel like Micaiah is going to be so screwed unless I give her some stronger units. Because I can't count on the Burger King being there every chapter. That's just not how he operates, for a variety of reasons. Okay, yeah, I'm not... The rest of this force is not gonna make enemy contact for like another turn or two. So I can just kind of YOLO everybody in there. In fact, I'll just set him to rally. Right? Not overlooking any shady flyers, anything? Yeah, everybody just kind of get up here. Oh, the enemy is on the move! They're crossing the river! There are humans among the beasts! Here he comes.
Without the advantage of an ambush, this fight is sure to be tougher than our last one.
Micaiah's also like,
Luckily, we pulled like 30 more experienced veterans out of our ass.
okay, obvious thing to do here is to cut down this guy. Otherwise, he's gonna be a problem. Silver Axe gets it done in one hit. Okay, we can keep Jill well out of range. Ooh, the thing is, if I let Har get recruited, that's basically going to kill any hope of getting Ike over to the well, not necessarily. I guess I can still slip in around the side he's going to be going. Yeah, no, okay, this is fine. This is fine, actually. Alright, I do need to be aware of that guy's range now. And move accordingly. I still need to save before that. Interesting. Now I'm even more intrigued. Oh, unless he recruits Jill over. That would be kind of hilarious, actually. I wouldn't be able to use... That would actually make a lot more sense. Because she doesn't want to be there. Yeah, he probably recruits Jill. Huh. Well, I still want to see it regardless. And it fits into my battle strategy anyway. Okay, Ranulf, we need you somewhere where you're not necessarily going to get attacked. So let's move like this. Yeah, with Soren. Ike, just kind of fling yourself at the enemy, it doesn't matter. So long as you're out of the range of magic. I have confidence you can take all comers. I'll even equip you with the Wind Edge, so you can encounter enemies at range. Okay. Ooh, Gatry, your range, your movement range is so limited. Shit. Well, nothing a little heron magic can't fix. Or at least kind of alleviate a little bit. Defense, 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 defense. God damn it, Rayson. Oh yeah, I forget he has Kanto naturally. We'll equip you with an axe. Good. What's your movement? 9? Okay. So if Mist moves here, she is safe. I'm keeping the hammer on her, but I feel like I should save that for like a while yet. Ha! What is a weapon triangle? Titania doesn't know. I mean, she does. She doesn't care. See also Ike. Steel Great Lance, only 8 damage. Delicious. Imagine being Micaiah in this situation, like, you're sending out Daein's elite, who are so much better than your own personal little cadre, and you just watch Ike just like shrug off their attacks and hit them that powerfully with such a weak weapon. If you're Micaiah, you're over there like, fuck, I'm so dead. Fool! You face the mighty Har! It's so nice to see him doubling things now. What would actually be really funny, I'm thinking it could maybe go this way, since with what you said, Meatball, if, like, I have Har talk to Jill, and like, oh, hey, there you are. Want to just, like, forget about this war and go back to running a delivery service? And Jill being like, yeah, that sounds good. And then they just both leave forever, and you never saw them again in the game. Hey, some burbs. Oh, hey, it's you two. And you're actually really, really cracked because you have transfer bonuses. Still got... Oh, yeah. Ooh, avoid and dodge by 20. Ooh, insight got a buff too. Nice. Yeah, that makes them a lot better. Anyway, should I... What? Oh, right. They aren't weak to bows anymore. They're weak to thunder magic for some fucking reason. Well, Soren, if you would. Soren's like, yeah, this guy in particular needs to die. Jesus. That was so unnecessary, Soren. I loved every minute of it. Defense. Defense is valuable. No complaints. Good level, Soren. No notes. Ranulf still needs time. Here's where I feel like I'm gonna start to get bogged down. Because the enemy has so much in terms of... Granted, it's not a route map, it's just a survive map, but... They have so many dudes. Oh wait, I should have missed heal him up before I move him over there. Exactly. Yeah, it just kind of feels like they want to make sure that I don't, like... I mean, obviously, they need to make sure that this map is not just... Ike looks at the Dawn Brigade, it narrows his eyes, and then they all explode into puddles of blood. But... like, you would see, like, I just picture Ike doing, like, the Batman the Animated Series thing, where he's, like, in the intro on top of the building, and just, like, the eye slits narrow as thunder crashes. And that's enough. Pretty much everyone besides Meg would just die instantly to that. Oh! That makes sense. Wait, this new... Oh my god, it's straight up New Game Plus? You get to keep levels? That I didn't know. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay. I know things do change on a second playthrough, but... Okay, I got excited for a second. Because I do enjoy snapping games' difficulty in half from time to time. That's why I tolerate Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, because you need the... Got it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Kind of a weird New Game Plus, but I suppose it qualifies. I think I'd borrow some terminology from, like, the Nipponichi games, like Disgaea and the like, and call it, like, Loop 2, or something like that. Ooh, this feels a little risky. I want to keep going full speed ahead, but let's have you heal and just sit in the bush. Parts of... Oh god. Wow, that's a lot. That's so goddamn ambitious. I love it. Yeah, I think we just ignore this guy. Can we make it to Jill this turn? Not quite. Yeah, it sounds very complicated. I'm sure when I do my second playthrough, I'll just have a guide open and be like, look, what do I gotta do? Oh, question. Dawn Brigade members that I fight, do they retreat or do they perma-die? This is something I want to know the answer to. So don't worry about spoiling me on this. Like, if I do this attack with Unnolan, will he die? He will not be dead. Okay. It's still probably better experience to cut down the others anyway. To wit, I should probably focus on these mages over here. Because they're the only ones who can pose any sort of threat, really. They retreat, you can also recruit a few people. Okay. Makes sense, Flair. Yeah, I've been told to save before Har talks to Jill. Which makes me want to do it all the more. Slaughter to your heart's content, I will. Har is about to cut a bloody swath through the... That was a knight! Oh, this is bad. Har could actually be in danger. Hey, no worries about that, Flair. Good to see you. Oh, did you raid, or are you just coming here regularly? If you did raid, I didn't get a notification about it. Didn't actually know you streamed. Yeah, no worries. I got some... I have some regulars who, like to lurk a bit, but they also stream, and, you know, I get it. Oh! Second stream, nice! It's kind of a learning curve if you haven't done something like this before. I at least came into this being a former YouTuber, so I had an idea of what to do, but it's weird to, like, you know, just kind of adjust to, like, okay, so constantly be saying things, or else stream is bad. What the fuck? Hard. They do not have any chance to hit you. You're making me worry. But yeah, welcome. I did the one map as Micaiah, and we're back to being Ike and the boys. 3-7, right? Because last one was 3-6. Oh, Nolan, I'm sorry, but this foe is way out of your league. It's like I almost feel bad. Almost. I can basically just park him with a hand axe over there. He... I love no damage. I love how it just... Hello there. Are you anything I need to worry about? Not really. You could be annoying, though. Okay, I want to see what this is, so I'm gonna battle save and have Har talk to Jill. Give a Daylight, Dead Space, Rise Stream. Yeah, it would be nice to just kind of impromptu stream. I've done that plenty with this game. Okay, this, depending on what this talk does, this might not be canon to the playthrough. I might just be reloading that battle save immediately. I want to state that immediately here, but I'm curious. Sir Har, why are you fighting for these people? Hey, you stole my question. Why are you fighting in the Daein army? There was a war to liberate Daein while you were gone, so I joined the army again. Well, looks like you did a good job. Daein has been liberated. So why are you still with the army? I can't just leave. These people are my friends. Oh, stop with the sentimental nonsense, Jill. In case you haven't noticed, you're fighting your friends, too. What about you, then? How did you end up in this fight? Oh, yeah. Well, somehow I got mixed up in putting down uprisings in Crimea. And then I ended up with the Laguz Alliance because, you know, being old friends with Ike and all that. What? That is hardly a cause worth fighting for. You're unbelievable. Alright, enough debating. What do you want to do now? Do you want to fight me? Of course not. I could never. Then join me. Easy for you to say. You're full of doubt. How do you live like that all the time? Is that how your father wanted you to live? Afraid to trust your own instincts? But... Daein has no business in this war. You know that, right? But what about my comrades? What about my friends? Is dying how you show loyalty? That's a fucking hard line. I love that line. That's a damn good question, Har. Hell yeah. If you're really their friend, then fight alongside us. Maybe that will get them to think about what they're doing. Oh, Captain. Come with me, Jill. We both know that we should follow our hearts, even if it makes us traitors. We know that better than anyone. Yeah, I was about to say. They know that they both know that very well. For the sake of your father, live your life without shame. You're right, Captain Har. I've been so foolish. Just as before, I would be proud to serve with you. And Captain Har, thank you. Thank you so much. See, here's the thing. If I have any more chapters where I have to play as Micaiah, and I'm pretty sure I do, because Micaiah's had one chapter to level up from getting her story-based promotion, I need every unit I can get on the enemy, on the Dawn Brigade's side. Like, Jill is really bad compared to pretty much every Ike unit. So I honestly don't think I want to let this be canon for this playthrough. She really does. She really does. I wonder how they would have hand-waved it if she switched sides to General Shihiram and got killed in Path of Radiance or something. 95% positive. Really, Flare? Because, like, the Dawn Brigade, I'm actively fielding units like Leonardo. I feel like I am so hard up for units who are worth literally anything on that side. I really feel like I have to leave Jill over there with them. Like, that was a great conversation, but... yeah, and I don't want anything spoiled. Oh, Shiram was friends with... okay, that makes sense. I don't know... Then again, some units like Orin and... okay, just... if I can get a general answer, how screwed is the Dawn Brigade if I snipe one of the only, like, usable units I have on that side? This is Chapter 3-7, Flare. You're not going to have a good time? Okay, that's enough for me, Meatball. Yeah, I'm gonna reset and reload that battle save, because... yeah, the Dawn Brigade is already fighting a severely uphill battle. I'm not... much as it makes story sense, and I commented on that a lot, purely for the mechanics, I think I have to leave Jill on the side of racism. I'm so sorry, Jill. 2 more okay, there's no goddamn way I'm taking Jill away from them if I have 2 more chapters to play as them. There's no way. But okay, I battle saved right before that, so we'll get right back into it. I will. How you doing, Hugh? It's quite a while before those chapters as well. I mean, fair, but... nah, no. Be that as it may. Been lurking, how goes? It goes good. We're fighting for the side of war crimes here. And I'm making a story decision that I know is dumb, purely for the mechanical benefit of the army who are objectively in the wrong in this fight. But I feel like I have no choice, otherwise, when I gotta play as them, I'm gonna get crushed. Now... well, I choose the now versus the later. On brand. It's true. It's true. Though, like, this evil army does... oh, Mist is really low on heal staves. I did not realize that. Oh. Okay, I was thinking about it more in terms of, like, well, what could she become later for Ike's crew? Versus, like, the immediate needs of the Dawn Brigade. But, yeah, that makes sense if it's a while before you play as the Dawn Brigade again. Ranulph, how's your Rex? Pretty good, honestly. Okay, I'll have you take out this mage. Oh, wow, that's quite a few. That's... wow, that's really surprising. Then again, I did look up, something about this, after the last stream, because I I have a friend who said that she was interested in seeing when I got to part 4, but I didn't know how soon that was, so I was like, oh, okay. Let me just look up, like, a list of chapters, just, like, see how many chapters I have left in part 3, and I was like, oh my god, I have so many left. Because I wanted to let her know, like, hey, I'm about to get into part 4. You should start turning up, hint, hint. Yeah, I stand a Fire Emblem game that has a decent length. You know, unlike something like, you know, perhaps something like, Sacred Stones. Like, I just played that game again recently on the channel, and I was surprised just how short that game is for a Fire Emblem. Like, even doing the tower and the ruins, I was like, wait, that's it? That's it? That's all there is? Okay, then. I mean, that world is paper thin and barely characterized anyway, so you probably couldn't have got that much more out of it, so... no, Tower Volney is optional. Vantage! Tower Volney unlocks during the story. Ruins you can do after the story. So you could look at it as story in that way, but it's not required to complete the game. But I was doing it as a draft challenge with some friends, and we decided to do everything in the game. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Yeah. Yeah, basically. You know, everyone loves Creature Campaign. It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, I like the Tower Volney and the Ruins, but I really wish they'd made the main story a little more robust. But it is what it is. Okay, good. Hard dodges that. So he's just going to completely wipe that side of the enemy field. True. I should look up... I'm sure there's a mod out there where you can play as Lion well, I guess you've got Ephraim, but, like, imagine if your only Lord option was Erica for, Sacred Stones. Like, yikes. In CC? Oh, Creature Campaign. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Even when it was, like, one of the few games I owned that I hadn't really completely played all the way through, I was not super keen on, like, trying to go super hard on it and seeing absolutely everything the game had to offer. I was like, I'm good. I'll just play Path of Radiance again. It's fine. Because I'm seriously, on my original GameCube version, I have played Path of Radiance enough to unlock Ashnerd for the trial maps. Oh! Lion is in Awakening as an Anaharior, huh? I don't think I ever ran into him. Blast! They're better than I expected. I'm sorry, Micaiah. I need to turn back for a while. Yeah, I really like... Lion is basically like the one thing for... Oh, okay, this man gets to die extra hard. Lion is like the one element from Sacred Stones that I really enjoy. I think he's a very good villain. He's not really used to his full potential, but I like him as a character. Be careful, they're much stronger than any of the foes we've encountered. They defeated me as well. I'm falling back temporarily. Har is just fucking reenacting Sherman's March to the Sea in Fire Emblem. Except he's already on the sea. Okay, we've got a little bit of a log jam over here, but I'm sure with a little bit of effort and a lot of murder, we can break it. So, Ranulf, let's get started. I have my buddy Drunk Emblem you know, emblems literally in his name, so you know he's a big Fire Emblem stan. Sacred Stones is his favorite Fire Emblem, which, like, I get that there's nostalgia there for him, but it's always seemed baffling to me because it feels a lot weaker than Fire Emblems of its era. Yeah, Valter being better would have been nice, but hey, that's not what we got, sadly. Guess I can try and Killer Axe him. I don't suppose I can... Can I crossbow? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I want to make sure Ike keeps moving at all costs, basically. I want to get him over to the Burger King so we can see see that dialogue. Imagine if, like, getting Ike over to the Black Knight is the only way where you got Ragnell back in this game, where he's like, oh shit, it's you! And just, like, pulls it out from his pocket. And the Black Knight's like, oh no, please, not again! Because I am running with a transfer file where I beat the Black Knight. So that is, in fact, canonical to this run. This flyer's gonna be a problem. I don't really have a good way to stop him. I'll just have to keep Soren and Mist protected as best I can. Yeah, I'm sure. To desperately rescue Ike out of there before the Burger King just annihilates him with a long night. Okay, Boyd, what do we do with you this turn, Boyd? I guess I could have Ike just sandback and Wind Edge. He's okay at that. Yeah, let me pretend I know how to play smart here. Shield wall as best I can. Fuck. Nope, that made things worse. That made things so much worse. Okay. Mist, how's your defense? Not great, but your luck is up to snuff. If I have you stand here, and then... No, because he can come around the side. Wow, I've made a mess of completely everything. God damn it. Mist, prepare to repel borders. Oh, wait. Okay, nope, Hand Axe Man is out of range. What does Bliss do? This could actually be a point where they're both already at max biorhythm. Oh, not quite. Okay, Mist needs all the help she can get, because I'm having her tank a promoted Wyvern Rider. Because he's definitely going to go for her. God, this turn is going to be so scuffed. This enemy phase is going to be a mess. Alright. Har, we need you to not be in range of the Burger King. Ooh, you have a Killer Lance. I am a little bit intimidated by you. Never mind. You have 9 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's safe to engage at Hand Axe range. Makaya's watching this Killer Lance guy get cut down like... They just had this one guy just fly in and slaughter an entire... half of our army. And ours, like, half falling asleep on his Wyvern. Oh, god damn it, I forgot about the bow guy. I'm suddenly playing like trash, and I don't know why. Ah, crossbows. Truly, Ashura's gift to archers. Heh, look at you, you're not even a fire sage. Ah, longbow. How annoying. Look at you, you don't even have a chance to hit him. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life, Daein soldier? See also this guy. God damn it. Hara's getting hit by like 30 and 40% accuracy attacks. A disturbing amount. Here it comes, here it comes. Okay, no, he dodged that one. Good. Thank you, Har. It'd be nice if it was an instant victory if I just flew over to Micaiah and just axed her in the face. Har's like, hey Micaiah, let me ask you a question. Wow, he didn't go for mist? What the fuck? Okay. I guess he got scared off by the weapon triangle? Question mark? Also, you know you're bad when you get doubled by a general. Oh, I did give Mist Shade. Does Shade, like, actually work in Radiant Dawn as opposed to allegedly works in Path of Radiance, but not really? It does. Oh, that's fantastic. Great. Good to know. Because I swear, every time I have a vulnerable unit with Shade in range of anyone on Path of Radiance, they just immediately get focused down. Delicious free heals. Right? That's what that does? Yes. Okay, first let's see what hilarity we can get up to with Har. Trouble is we need to be able to Kanto out of Burger King range. Yep. I could put Fiona out of her misery. Let me guess. Goddess plus armor, 0 damage? Yep. Alright then. Let me, yeah, let me start cutting their physics support. Because that's becoming a problem. Start doing a little kind of backcapping. Well, not exactly backcapping, but we're just kind of using him as a roving assassin with wings. He'll take an Elwind, but he'll be fine. He's a tanky lad. Right then. Soren, he's basically just handing you a free kill here. Also, with everybody standing in water, using electric magic seems very dangerous. But I guess Soren knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. Ranulf is sadly the best mage killer I've got in this little gang. Since they saw fit to look at Ike's perfectly good resistance growth in Path of Radiance, go, nah, give him like 5 at base in Radiant Dawn. Disappointing. Okay, bow guy needs to go. Oh, damn it. I guess we can hope for a crit. Come on, Boyd. There you go. Lovely, brutal crit animation, too. Alright, and Ike. Just keep pushing. Yeah, looks like just as a matter of practicality, it'd be nice to... Actually, if I keep him equipped with a one-range weapon, it might encourage people to attack him instead of Ranulf, who is running a little low on transformation gauge, so... Actually gets hit to a 24% accuracy attack. Little cringe. You know, just a little bit of cringe as a treat. Titania can mop it up. Ah, yeah, the old warrior spin to win? Hell yeah. I was always a big fan of the Swordmaster or Lyn crits. Oh, the hero crits! Yeah. Those were great, too. Yeah, a lot of great crit animations in the Game Boy Advance games, for sure. Threat of Flyers is out, so I can use Racing to boost somebody. No, I should probably have... yeah. Let's deal with Longbowman. He could be he could be an annoyance. Well, or try to, or start to. Maybe Gatry. Gatry's fairly invincible. Then again, it keeps him a little bit out of danger better if I do it for Titania instead. But I'm not sure if she'll be able to move through 2 tiles of river. Gatry can probably move through at least 1 tile of river. Yeah, we'll do Gatry. Just to be sure he can clock some more damage on that little blockade over there. And Kanto out of danger. Just shy. Does a hand axe get it done? It does. Might take some attacks from the Swordmasters, but they're Swordmasters. I'm not too worried. Maybe if they were real units, I'd take them seriously. Kind of need to conserve her heal staves. I apologize if anyone in chat is a Swordmaster stan. I've never been a fan, and part of that is because I started my Fire Emblem journey with Path of Radiance, where Swordmasters are not at their best, shall we say, to be diplomatic. Okay, good. Ike is taking a little fire. That might have gone towards Ranulf. Good. A little worried they're gonna break his crossbow here. I do have another one in the convoy that I can give him after this chapter, but in the short term, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, good. This is another kill for Har. Easy. Because we do seem to have a few Fire Emblem fans, ooh, that's Ugh. Okay, that's a little bad. I need to heal a par. He's very strong, but not even he's invincible. Anyway, like I was starting to say, we've got some people who know, it seems like there are a few people hanging out who know a little bit more about Fire Emblem than I do. Did they ever do this, like, Tier 3 promotion again? Like, did that come back in 3 Houses or anything? I know they kind of did it in, like, Awakening and Fates with the DLC classes. Oh, Jesus, Boyd gets doubled. Glad he dodged one. Fuck. Because I still haven't played 3 Houses. Because, buying new games is, a struggle right now. And also I have a friend who has offered to, at some point, just mail me their physical copy so I can play the game. Which is very, very kind of them. But, just a matter of getting that lined up. Okay, Ranulph, you need to get the fuck out of there. I know I said I needed to heal up Har. But there's no reason I can't have him cut down a healer on his way. Let me see just how the ground troops I've already got here can. Oh, Titania can't. Ooh, that's very bad. Okay. That's very unfortunate. Boy, they really went all out on this whole, hey, we kind of need to nerf Cavaliers from the overwhelming power they enjoyed in Path of Radiance, huh? Criminy.
Bimber Pika curse.
Rapu, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. How you doing? How's your evening? Raid night for you, right? It went well, I assume? Also, I was very curious when I saw that pop up, how the text-to-speech was going to handle just an emote. It did not disappoint. Oh, Undying. Nice. Congrats. Maybe I move Boyd, like, over here. We get Soren up here and do kind of a this maneuver. Soren and his completely unnecessary adept procs. Always nice to see, but they never quite seem to come when I need them. Shidon's a bit stuck, and with only one crossbow use left. That's not great. I think I have to get Void in there. Kanto away. Shidon back up. We got a greater chance to crit over here, so let's try it like this. Come on, Shinon, I believe in you. Yeah! Excellent. That definitely helps. Come on, good level, good level. Ow. That hurts my soul. Oh, I guess he does have skill and speed already. God, Jesus. He's getting pretty close to promotion as well. Now that I have him up here, I'm questioning if that was a smart decision. but at least he'll be able to counterattack versus Shinon, who has one crossbow use and then it's out. So, still a value, I think. Although, I might honestly... Unless? No. Yeah, I might have him just sit with a hand axe and just wait for the turn. Much as I dislike it. Unless there's a way he can... Maybe with a crit. Okay, instead... Yeah, instead I'll kill off the one unit that can threaten Har. And that way I can easily swoop in and have him kill the healer. That's been delaying my advance over here. Okay, yes, this is a better plan. Because I'm assuming these guys can't... Yeah, these guys can barely fucking scratch it. So I can just have him come in, javelin this man to death, and then Kanto to the back lines. Mist can heal him next turn, and he can continue causing mayhem. Good, good, good. Okay, and Boyd we will put here. I'm a little worried since I saw that the Swordmasters can double him, so I again think he's just going to wait this turn, which sucks and is sad, but... See, also Titania not being able to cross rivers, that's... I definitely would have left her behind if I'd realized that. But, oh well. Joys of playing the game blind. Now let's watch it all fall apart. Vantage! Fuck. For all the good it did me. Boyd, don't die here. Okay, that 8% crit had me sweating a little. Please get defense. You really need defense, my dude. Speed is also good. Maybe you don't get doubled anymore. Not being doubled would be very appreciated. I mean, is Gatry even getting doubled? Jesus Christ, not even Gatry is getting doubled. Also, I like how when Tibarn was like, oh yeah, I'll lend you a few of my men. It's just... those two bird bros. That's it. That's all the men he sent. That's it. Ike. It's been a while, Zihark. So, you're with Daein? Yep, this is weird, Ike. I never thought we'd meet again as enemies. It's the nature of being a mercenary. No hard feelings, Zihark. Any chance you could convince the Daein army to retreat? I wish. It's too complicated right now. Too many politicians playing around. I see. I'm not much for politics. All I do is live by my principles, my sword, and my friends. What can I say? I won't change who I am, even if it means fighting you. That's fine by me. You're still the man I knew from the Mad King's War. It's about time I also threw away my doubts. Oh, Zihark. Oh, Zihark, honey. Why did you do this? The Grail mercenaries, they really are here. There's no way we can win this. Sorry, guys. I'm turning back for now. I really suggest you all retreat as well. Yeah, run away! Goddamn waste of space, Swordmaster. Boyd also needs a heal. Oh, wait! I have a Heron. What am I fretting about? Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with me? I can do both. Not quite up to full, but that's enough in the tank that Har can continue sowing chaos and destruction. Kanto to, like, here. Soren, you can definitely kill one of these guys. This one's safer. Ooh, yeah, this could... Why is that accuracy so bad? Jesus, the reeds are all it takes there, huh? Ike needs to continue charging. Actually, maybe I do a rescue maneuver with Ike at this point to make sure I can get over to talk to the Burger King. Actually, yes. That is what's happening. Jill doesn't seem too intent on fighting anyway. Titania, I will give you this kill. I'm so sorry that I brought you on this map where you're not that useful. 80%. That's XCOM, baby. Christ. Whatever. Gatru should be able to get this guy. Goddamn lousy 80% missing. Terrible. Terrible. Let's go, Gatru. What you got for me? I find the number of one stat levels disturbing. Oh! That does let him cap speed, though. Okay, never mind. That's a little more understandable. But, like, couldn't they have put in just a little bit more effort? Just a little bit for me? Oh, well. C'est la vie. Shit on, see if you can crit this man. I don't think anybody... Yeah, this general is the only one I need to worry about this turn. So I can avoid get him started. And Soren can clean him up. Even if Boyd whiffs one of these, it'll be fine. Okay, that's fine. We just need you... How dare you, Boyd? You had the sex number for accuracy, and you missed. You missed twice. Jesus. This kill is still possible, it's just a lot dicier. But hell with it. Of course, no adept proc now. Figures. Eh. Oh well. Also, wow, I have mopped up a lot of... Hello, what the fuck? Why are you way down there? What? Why did they put me way down there? It's funny. It amuses me. Okay, a couple more flyboys. Few warriors. Decently outfitted. Nobody that's really gonna pose a problem. Alright, let's get just outside the Burger King's range and drop off Ike. Okay, and the next turn, I kill either Meg or the sniper. with... Yeah. Yeah, let's sit just outside of the old Burger King's range here. Whichever one the sniper attacks should actually die on counterattack. So, okay, okay. This'll work. This'll work. Ooh, I really need her to get another heal stack. Let's see, basically just Steel Lance guy if I don't advance too aggressively, right? Right. Plus, it's all physical and it's Gatry, so Gatry can just wade into the middle of these with no regard for his own safety. Boyd, I gotta be a little more careful about. Titania, I'm sorry. You can just stay here to give the free heal. I did still have Rally on. I was like, wait, do I have the... I did, as it turned out. I should probably turn that off. Because that was basically just for turn 1. Okay, this is a little more Boyd's speed. Though it... still not doubling. Troubling. I'm worried that I'm trying to force Boyd's usage too much. It's a Boyd that, again, does not have any Path of Radiance transfer bonuses, so... he's not quite all he could be. Oh my god. They are bound and determined to make sure I don't get that conversation with the Burger King, aren't they? Jill, you're back with the Daein art. Oh. She's gonna recruit herself here, isn't she? Burger King conversation more important. If she recruits herself, whatever. I know I owe you all so much, and Mist would grieve if he fell. But I cannot retreat. I must stand my ground. Fine. Do whatever you have to. Since neither side can retreat, we will fight. And Jill, I'm sorry it came to this. I am too, Commander Ike. Are you ready? Oh, Jill. Oh, Jill. Ike fights for and occasionally against his friends. They're so strong. Even stronger than 3 years ago. Lady Micaiah, I apologize. I must head back for now. You're goddamn right. Yeah, is dying how you show your allegiance. And see, she listened to that, which is why she retreated. It's true. Particularly with her having swapped over to axes in this game, she had no chance there. None whatsoever. Alright, Physic Man needs to go. And I'll just... well, maybe the... maybe the Burger King doesn't move. Maybe the Burger King doesn't move. Oh, he'll move next turn. Okay. Alright, so... Ike will still get insta-gibbed if I move him in there, so... Wind Edge use away! Defeated the Black Knight and Ashnard. Can totally take him. Right? It's nice to see Ike getting some respect in story, After so many chapters of just, like, Benyon randos being like, "Oh, who are these people? Oh, let's kill them." I'm like, bitch! Show some goddamn respect. Okay. Boyd picks up a kill here. This flyer is going to be a problem. I need to get Soren properly shielded from him. Unless... 12... Attack of 31, 19... Attack speed of 18... Maybe the way to be defensive is by advancing. If you know what I mean. I'm curious to see how they address, like... Sure. I don't know. I guess it was a very, like... No one could have survived that thing where, like... Oh, somebody, quote-unquote, died, but... Oh, wait, they're back. So, but... I'm curious to know... How is the Black Knight back? How did he survive a castle getting dropped on his fucking head? That's my question. Okay, since Mist has Shade, and Shade apparently works now, I don't need to worry too much. Ranulf is now useful again. Just wish there was a way to upgrade these claws. Oh well. I would, Blair. It would depress me, but I would. I mean, I guess the guy has Mort Powder, which is the ultimate bullshit get-out-of-jail-free card for a character surviving something that should kill him. So, like, whatever, I guess. Yeah, and it's a hand axe. Yeah, I can't really protect Soren. So, I should just focus on bringing this guy down instead. Oh, you honestly don't remember. Fair. Fair. I'm sure one way or another they only have, like, one line about it. I mean, the only thing I've seen so far was either Ike or Titania saying in a visual novel section, like, oh, well, it can't be the real Black Knight. Ike killed his ass. Which is part of why I really want to get Ike over to the Burger King, so they can have a little exchange. Defense point. But again, another goddamn single stat level. What is this? It would be extremely lazy writing of them if they never did, but sadly, that is Fire Emblem sometimes. Alright, let's shift. Do a Vigor, and Kanto out of range of that hand axe. Because while I want to expect good writing from Fire Emblem, Fates exists. Much as we'd all prefer that it didn't. Or at least I'd prefer that it didn't. It does literally exist. Oh god. I mean, on the one hand, if Capcom made Fire Emblem, the Lagoons would probably be better, because Capcom have a pretty strong legacy of being pro-furry, Just look at the Breath of Fire games. But, yeah... Capcom would not be doing Fire Emblem writing any favors, for sure. I'm immune to crush. Immune to crush damage. You know what? I honestly don't hate that. If that's what they go with, I'd grumble a little, but I'd be fine with that. Because, like, at least that was something that was set up previously in story. Because it's like, hey, that castle wasn't blessed by Ashura. It'd be dumb, but at least it's something. It is very D&D, isn't it? God damn it. Please, Burger King. Just run way out in front. There you go. Okay. He's only moving a couple... Oh, he can't move that far. Then again, neither can Ike. Okay, next turn. It's gonna happen next turn. It's gonna have to. Okay. We're gonna have to do wind edges and javelins, which is gonna be a little cringe. But we gotta cut down the randos here so we can get that sweet, sweet story. I'm honestly not sure it's gonna happen. But I'll do my best. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I think I just need to focus on... Wait. No, he cannot move there. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. Okay, how... 56, Oh my god, I've screwed everything up. I've screwed everything up by moving him over there. Because he moves in, attacks Ike, the Black Knight moves up. Yeah, he's just gonna attack Ike and fucking kill him. I've ruined everything with that positioning. Unless they're merciful and just don't have him attack. Ike's speed is capped at 30. So, I mean, he's not gonna get doubled. Yeah, he won't get doubled. But that's still a chunky 56 damage coming at him. That's only going to leave him with 12 HP for all the other attacks that are probably going to be coming his way. Okay. Wait. No. Okay. Well, no. Steel Pull X, Steel Pull... If I just keep Har equipped with lances and use, like, a Steel Lance... to try and lure out the AI into being like, oh, he can't counter from range. We should attack him with, like, the crossbow, rather than Ike, because Ike can counter. And the Axe Boys can be like, oh, we have weapon triangle advantage, go for Har. It's very shaky logic, but it's the best I've got at this point. Let's try it. I know, fruitless endeavor. Characters you can only get on the second playthrough. Wild. Should I just soften this one up? Haha! Oh, and he gets a crit for good measure. Alright. Yeah, those guys are just a non-issue. So it's a matter of who I want to feed kills to. I think Soren? Oh, now you get an adept, Soren. Figures. Oh, wow. Damn. Must be quite good, then. Oh, actually, can I give... Is there a way to finesse it to give her a kill? Like, can we just give this guy the briefest love tap? Racing. Yes! No, even if she attacks twice. Unless she crits one of them. Ah, damn it. It's so hard to get missed combat experience. The train... Oh! Oh, okay. There's a minor spoiler for one I've forgotten to mention. I do know one character who does come back, who absolutely 100%, 150% should be dead because of Path of Radiance. But I know he comes back because a certain friend of mine can't keep his fucking mouth shut. So you're probably talking about that person. If it is the man with the excellent music, then yes, that's understandable. I guess I'm forgetting that when I do my spiel about what I've been spoiled on and what I haven't in this game. No, honestly, I'd forgotten it until just this minute. Oh, it's not. Okay. Interesting. Alright, heal staff broke. We probably... Not really going to be able to shake out that much more XP out of this, though, but... Maybe Boyd can get lucky with his hand axe. We'll see. Worth a try? Okay. Please, Ike, don't die. Burger King, be merciful. Or AI, be dumb. Crossbow goes for hard. The plan is working. Oh, healing AI. Okay. No! God damn you. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I can't. Damn. Oh, can you just have them, like, fight? And that's enough? Ooh, boy, that feels equally risky. But I guess he's fairly impervious to everybody else. And I can just drop a cheeky battle save if RNG does not go my way. You know what, Flair? I'm willing to give it a try. Oh, ad? Yeah. I keep them few and far between, but they do pop up. You know, if you subscribe, you... No. It'd be cool if you would appreciate it, but you don't have to. Because I get it. Ah! Jesus, I know he is only down 8 HP, but I'm kind of tempted to just have him, like... Yeah, why don't we have him sit there and heal? Yeah. Damn, I can only imagine trying to do this with an Ike who's not as, like, boosted as mine. Because I'm capped in 4 stats. Like, Jesus Christ. And still, that matchup is horrifyingly bad. For Ike. Good God. Kind of doesn't really matter what anyone else does. Yeah, whatever. Hand axe. Okay. Oh, I still had rally on. I really hope he didn't just fly into danger that way. I do have a battle save. If he did. Christ. The perfect plan with virtually no detail overload. You know, virtually no detail. Survive racing. Okay. That could also maybe draw some heat off Ike. Okay, good. They're going for hard. Crossbow does not go for Ike. This part of the plan is still functioning. Okay, one man goes for Ike. Very low accuracy. Good. There we go. So you are alive. Somehow, I knew it wasn't over yet. Of course it wasn't over. You were a boy trying to live up to the memory of the greatest swordsman in history. And yet, I was the one who walked out of the castle that day. You have your father to thank for that. When you told me that he had crippled himself, I realized that I had never fought him at all, merely his shadow. What are you getting at? I saw immediately that you were not your father's equal, but that one day you might be. So I did the only thing I could to keep you alive. I let you win. Bullshit! I don't buy that for a fucking second. He didn't exactly roll over and die. Fucking Burger King. You did, didn't you? No. 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 I refuse. I refuse. You did, didn't you? I've relived that fight so many times. How could I not have seen it before? You were not yet capable of seeing it. But I had to let you live, so that you could continue to train, and perhaps one day be worthy of Gawain's legacy. My armor's blessing is gone. Let us see if that day is today. Ooh. I promise you that it will be. Begin. Ow! Leonardo's like, hey guys, I'll help! Ike's like, yeah, whatever, get out of here, kid. The adults are fighting. We're totally outclassed in this battle. This is insane. Micaiah, I'm sorry. I have to turn back for now. Oh! Fucking Edward. Get out of here, kid. Shush, the main characters are fighting. Exactly. I don't like that explanation. I really don't. Like, it feels like they're pulling the explanation out of their ass to me. I do not accept this. But, hey, we got to see the conversation at least. Jennifer, the king is calling us. Right, good. Looks like we did it. Alright, the main force has crossed the river. We did it. Excellent. Everyone push through. Let's meet up with the main force. Yeah. Oh, the beast soldiers are behind us! We're being attacked from behind! The galleons. How did they cross the river? It's not just the beasts, there are hundreds of huts as well!
Even the Hawk tribe was here. The Benyon army never told us they had moved out.
They got us. Commander Ike's force was just a decoy.
Staying will only increase casualties. Let's retreat.
No, Maiden! We can still fight! Please give us your orders!
I have. We shall retreat. I will not let all of you die in vain.
But...
General's orders. We kept our losses to a minimum. That's enough for this battle.
Yes, sir!
Micaiah, I'm surprised. This is the first time you couldn't predict the enemy's movement.
You know. So, it's like Star Wars Episode 1. The powerful presence of the dark side is interrupting her Jedi abilities. Yeah, I guess, and they had to make it work either way if you won or lost to the Black Knight, but... I don't know, I don't like that. They could have had, like, you know... like, trying to kill Ina, like, took some weird... sapped him in some... I don't know. They could have done it better. But that's enough carping from me.
You're right.
Micaiah? What's wrong?
Soth, don't. Just act normal. Everyone is watching.
Stately Wayne Manor.
What? Micaiah failed to eradicate the Laguz Alliance. No!
I know Lacane has shown up before, but I don't remember what voice I gave him. Sorry. This looks bad, King Peleus. Is this how the people of Daein repay Benyon for all the kindness it has offered them? I'm afraid Daein and the Senate's friendly relationship stops here.
Please, wait. Give me one more chance. I beg of you.
Well, since you begged, I suppose I will consider it.
Please, just listen. Daein remains loyal to the Senate.
Exactly, Flair.
We will carry out any task given to us. Your whim is our command. Just please give us another chance. Like,
Peleus, well... Then again, I guess it's not too dissimilar to, like, you know, right after the US got its independence, Britain kind of bullied us for a long time with, like, impressment of sailors at sea, and we were still pretty dependent on them. A kind of similar situation that Daein's caught in, because naturally they're going to be pretty weak in rebuilding. With Dawn Brigade, Celtic, Team Gugarant are all from Arthurian myths. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, that... You could certainly make something out of that. Very well, we shall overlook your failure this one time, but only once. Farewell, young King of Daein. Does everyone have warp powder now? What is this crap? This is definitely his evil dragon mom, isn't it?
Peleus.
Yep.
Mother! That man you were speaking with, he is a senator from Benyon, correct? Duke Lacane of Gatos, I believe. He was here before as part of the Empire's inspection team. He came in Duke Perseus's stead. Yes, you are quite right, Mother. That was Vice Minister Lacane of Benyon. So you saw us together. Tell Mother what happened. You look absolutely terrified. Does that man have something on you? Is he trying to hurt you? It's all right to tell your mother that... No, it's quite all right, Mother. We were talking about the future of our two countries and how we might repair our relations. But... Please, go back to your room. I shall go rest as well. I find myself very tired of late. Peleus, wait. Oh, my son.
Well, hey, I managed to go around with the Burger King and not die, so... Game? Take it away.
The diversion created by the Grail mercenaries allows the Laguz Alliance to slip successfully past the Daein army's blockade. Yet General Zelgius and his central army show no mercy and continue their relentless pursuit of the Laguz Alliance. The weakened alliance is forced to a hard choice. They must pass through the northern edge of the Serenus forest. From there, they will try to make their way to a hidden road that will lead them out of Benyon and back to Gallia.
Really? What's the other conversation, Meatball? Do you have to have somebody talk to Micaiah? Or South? That's what I would guess. Soren has to fight Micaiah? What? That... Interesting. I'll probably try and do that when I do my New Game Plus. Wow. Soren fighting? Oh, because they're both branded! Of course. Of course. That would make a lot of sense. Huh. Anyway, it's getting late, and my mouth is drying out a little bit, so I think that's where I'm going to start to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Spend a little bit of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. Tomorrow I'm playing Among Us with some friends, but Friday night, Fire Emblem will return. I'm going to give a raid to my friend Leafy Tree. This is the guy who does the podcast every Wednesday. He did an interview with me a few weeks ago that is up on my YouTube. I believe he's talking about Mario as a series this week. He's a cool guy, very close to unlocking affiliate. If you could follow him, that'd be pretty cool of you. Give it to someone who goes to the Mercs, and have Soren take it. Oh, the Meteor Tome. That's clever. Huh. Neat. As always, thank you for the info. And if you're watching the VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. That does it for me. Have a good evening, everybody. My name is Vimbert. I'll see you around the internets. Go say hi to Leafy.